Other than that, I'm excited to pick up where we last left off. As previously on Hearthvine 1983, the Paradoxes on their excursion into Shutter Space have a high-speed chase through the highways of Hearthvine. They evade local thugs in the chaos of an all-out revolution, as Hearthvine is currently going through sporadic struggles, conflict bursting out throughout the city as Vox lays siege to the Peacekeepers. You make your way to Paladin Street Way, where in 42B, the apartment of one former Peacekeeper, a security guard at the Epsilon Research Facility, a secret Peacekeeper research facility hidden underneath a shopping mall in the Commerce District, where earlier you had found yourselves in a near-death and struggling fight against the aforementioned Vox members, who had themselves stumbled into something they didn't quite understand. As it appeared that in this timeline, Maiko had been slain by your group, much as you had seen in the apocalyptic vision provided by Killam. Though in this one, others have sought out Maiko's eyes for their hidden abilities, the latent power to see across dimensions. At this Epsilon research facility, the security officer Barney Calhoun and Dr. Emil Kainsworth explained they had been looking at using the ability to create a supercomputer capable of peering across dimensions to determine every possible outcome to any scenario. Of course, as you knew, dealing with such things often comes at a cost. And as that cost had risen up to overtake the mall above this secret facility, you had crumbled it with a well-placed earthquake. However, you have but a day left before Shutter Space will close around you. And there is information and resources that you hope to be able to take back with you. In order to accomplish this, you'll have to open up another Shutter Space. Unfortunately, the only means of doing this is currently under Peacekeeper control. With the death of Pridwin Ko, the Peacekeepers have requisitioned his manor and have been using it for their own research into Shutter Space. Seeing another exit before your time clock, you hurriedly make plans and ended up making some arrangements with some local thugs from a club known as Leviathan. Having been somewhat strong-armed into this arrangement, you're also given a bit of a babysitter, a chaperone in the form of a mercenary named Reyna, who promises to meet you in the morning. While in the apartment, you discover the power of the Hellscape, a vast network of information that can be easily accessed with but a few clicks of a button. You set about researching this time. As conspiracies filled your minds, you all settled down to uneasy sleep, recovering from your wounds, washing off the blood. Some of you having already fallen asleep just upon arriving. Arthur returns back, not through the front entrance, but of course through the balcony, and reveals to you that Kelly and Maya and Tirana have chosen to remain outside, to guard their escape route in your view. Zarman, you're still resting on the couch, and the group catch him up somewhat briefly on the research that they've made. But with some questions still in his mind, and half the group unfortunately recovering through sleep, Arthur sets about cleaning his gun on the desk. A couple of hours pass by. Zarman, as you're stirring awake from your rest, you hear something. Someone's singing really, really off key from the other side of the wall on the couch that you're sleeping.
Zarman will reluctantly stand up to look around the corner.
You see Arthur standing in front of the door. You can see there's a light glow coming from the. Sorry, somehow lost my cursor from my mouse.
Does that sometimes?
Okay, there we go. You can see coming from a light glow from this TV screen, the rising breaths of cat slumbering soundly on the couch. And in front of the doorway is Arthur. He's got a finger up the moment he sees you. He puts his ear right against the door. And as he listens, it gets a bit quieter, and you're right there. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Or what's your passive perception, actually?
12.
12. Okay. If you try to lean in to listen, you could roll. You can still hear this slight little bit of singing off key. No music, just a person singing on the other side, but you can't quite make out the words. And Arthur goes to test the doorknob, slowly turning it. As he opens it, you hear it coming through, and there's the doctor just laying on the bed, completely still, not moving or anything, as if they were asleep. But they're singing. You don't belong here. You know it's true. The familiar lyrics go through your thing. Arthur closes the door and looks at you and goes, I think it's escalating. It's getting into the dreams of even people that do belong here.
Yeah. I guess I should start donning armor.
So, the doctor and the security guard. What's their story? What happened back there?
Zarman will retell the events that he saw. Of how we were just waiting in front of the mall. How we were surprised by them. But surprised by this time's Fox. And then as we were running through the mall, trying to find a defensible position while fending off the enemy, that's when we reached the northwest side of the mall, and there was a hatch where they came out of from underground, and then started explaining what he heard of that.
Hmm. And did anything else happen? I mean, I'm not gonna dance around it. There isn't an easy way to say that I've seen you all while you sleep. But I've watched you all sleeping. And you're not breathing while you sleep. Did you die or something?
No. If you want to check, you can feel a pulse, but I don't know. I only noticed it earlier because Hanya mentioned something weird about me sleeping.
Yeah, you look like a corpse.
Zarman just drops his head at that.
So, what changed?
I don't know. It's just things that feel a bit darker keep happening. I
Hmm.
don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I think the Admiral would have said something about the changing of seasons. Unfortunately, I don't have very many wise sayings in my back pocket. But I can say sometimes light is light and dark is dark. But sometimes it's more than that. Sometimes light is blinding. Sometimes dark is protecting. I don't know, maybe I've just been trying to think about a lot of the same questions recently.
Mm. It's just uncomfortable for me whenever those type of things happen because I just remember something a lot of the times, something I don't want to remember. It just feels off.
Hiding from ourselves usually does.
Zimmerman nods at that as he continues to don armor. But I do have to say that most particularly, weird thing was how I was feeling while those wings were out.
I'm sorry, did you say wings?
Yeah.
Big, scary looking.
I was told what they looked like afterwards. I didn't personally see them.
Wings.
I just felt so apathetic when they were out. I didn't like it.
Apathy. Hmm. Come with me real quick.
Yep. Someone will just pick up the bag of holding who's putting armor pieces out of, and we'll follow.
And he like walks over to the balcony and without any pomp or service to it, just immediately turns around and you see as these rotting black feathered wings. Looks like the feathers are like rotting off of the flesh. Pop out from behind his back. Some points of it around the joints, you can see it right through to the bone and the ligaments. A couple of the ratty black feathers fall off, drift off into the breeze. You can see the early morning light cutting through a very cloudy, foggy day. It's kind of just breaking up through the layers of it. And he goes, "Yeah, I've been thinking about wings a lot. You
Yeah.
know, somebody else that I think might think about wings a lot." And you see as the feathers shake and they pull in, and they're almost jerky in the way that they do it as they kind of like snap up, and several of the feathers go around, and as they kind of collapse behind his back, many of the feathers just end up landing around his feet and they're gone. And he rubs his beard and goes, "When we were at Frederick's, I remember seeing them a lot back then, but he has a lot of pictures and murals about winged people. Not Aarakocra, not Kinku, but people with wings."
Mm.
Then
Think you
again,
might know something about it?
he might not know anything, but right now it's the only lead I have. Other than just defaulting on the idea that you're eventually just gonna turn into a dragon.
Nah. Well, I guess that's something you can ask Frederick once we get back.
Yeah. Assuming we do make it back. One thing at a time.
Sometimes having a goal afterwards can help.
Is that optimism? Maybe you have changed.
It's easier to try to help others find it than take the steps myself.
That self-sacrificing attitude's gonna get you killed one day. But not today. Let's wake up the others.
If you don't mind, I'll continue. Focus on putting these on. Because I'm not sure how long someone's been donning the heavy armor at this
It's-
point.
Yeah, it's been like a 10-minute conversation, so, you know, assume by the end of this you finished putting it on.
Okay. I actually didn't ask them how they managed to make it to this room. Because I went with Barney. And so did Fee. I didn't ask how the others got here. I'm guessing you and Liv got here at some point later.
Yeah. I climbed through the fire escape.
Yeah, I didn't actually ask them how they got here. So I guess that could be a conversation.
Zale, you're already waking up.
Yeah, been awake. So
I was just going
I
through her morning exercises really slowly and sleepily in her own world.
Zill's been awake. He's been at the computer. See him with kind of his notepad out on the desk, and you see him just writing on it. And just kind of looking up various technologies from like self-improvement one to even like warfare stuff, and he's just kind of just like jotting down information. He looked for little things here and there, but saw that were too popular to really get information out, so he's just been kind of jotting down honestly useful information of future tech that might give us an advantage back in the past. So team kind of jotting down, taking notes.
Yeah.
Hair is just down.
Hana, was there anything left in the kitchen to possibly wake Kak up with?
Yeah, underneath the cabinet, there was something about like refried beans.
Kak is not going to open his eyes and just say very softly, I am already awake. This couch is incredibly uncomfortable. I don't like it.
Still want the beans?
You know the answer to that.
Simon walks into the kitchen. Figure out what these refried beans are.
Clearly, they must be spices. Oh, wait, do you know how to use the can opener?
By the time you think of that and look in the room, you see Zarman like holding a can and holding the can opener. It's like,
Yeah, I have a razor.
What is this?
Let me show you some magic. She helps you use a can opener.
Okay.
Yeah, it weirded me out too, but there should be other things. There's something called ramen noodles. There's a lot of them in here.
Yeah. So we're just like eating a small piece of the refried bean. Okay, it probably might need to be heated up, be a little bit better than that. Spend some time doing that. I didn't actually ask you guys, how was your way here? Because you didn't come with me and Barney or Fee.
Honey just rubs her head. It was really loud down there, so I honestly don't remember a lot that was being said. But I think somebody's gonna pick us up. I think we have a way to get into the district. Something about the leader of the Leviathan made a deal.
Who were they?
Don't really know. They seem like they're trying to be an up-and-coming gangster squad. I don't know what they're called nowadays. But they had a lot of imagery of Maiko there, and I kind of zoned out as I focused on that. So I think Babette was the one who set the terms and conditions of whatever agreement was there.
Uh,
Looks like she's awake. Hey, Babette.
Good timing.
But
Literally just talking about you.
You've missed nothing.
I know.
Everybody took a long rest, and you're waking up to hearing that.
of Hanu mentioning that Babette made a deal with the Leviathan.
what? Oh yeah. Okay. One sec.
Then
Okay.
she goes back to doing her forms. It's a slow, almost Tai Chi like, except there's a little bit more force in certain areas, explosiveness, and goes back to gentle movements. She's just getting back in the zone.
So you see Zarman at the stove, heating up refried beans for the first time, as he's asking you about what kind of deal with the Leviathan?
Oh well, I got us an easy way in, and we just have to get them a rocket platform.
A rocket platform?
Yeah, I'm not so sure about exactly what that is, but
You
yes,
guys
and we're gonna
probably
have a
okay.
babysitter.
I really don't want to get them the rocket platform. Sure, while we're here temporarily, this place is still this place. It'll continue on.
I figured if we, suddenly were to disappear, it might be a little more difficult to get it.
We could always just sabotage that whole mission. Oopsies.
I'll see how she feels, or this babysitter feels about doing what they do.
No. Just in the middle of a kick, looks around, and just shuffles,
He gets up.
peeks in through the
Zell gets up
hole.
on the computer.
Who do I see?
You see Reyna standing on the other side.
She calmly turns around and starts frantically signing to everybody. She's here.
She's got this like black to reddish hair that comes in on this like swooped bang with like a pulled up into like a really like high messy ponytail behind her. The way the hair turns from black to red, like their hair dye like this doesn't exist yet in your time. So it's either magic or she's part fire genasi.
Probably the second. She says in her mind.
Sword on her back, body armor on. Red definitely seems to be our aesthetic. Her arms are crossed on the other side. She reaches up.
Should I open it? She'll sign to, I guess, Babette. And
Zell would just walk on. It's like, let her in. He'll
Alright.
actually speak.
and Honey does. Opens the door, steps aside. Morning?
Good
Morning.
Walk over and pick up its notepad with science shit in there. And he'll walk back.
We're just kind of warming up breakfast if you want any, but some of us need to eat, and we can take it from there. Unless,
No rush. We arranged for police transportation. It'll get us through into the district. Unfortunately, it's gonna take a little bit. A couple of hours.
okay.
So we had to go over our planning. So that gives us enough time to plan. Come in.
We should plan at my place.
Oh. Mhm.
It's not far.
Sure. Zell's already dressed, and he's like,
Well,
we shouldn't go. He kind of looks at the group and turns around. He's like, we should go plan.
well, I think we should probably tell Barney that we're heading out. At least give him some kind of gift or thanks for hosting us. And she'll wake up and
So
I mean, she'll.
Zell would take out. He'll look around because he's been up. He'd look around for like one of Barney's like collection, like cool like magazines of us, the Paradoxes, and basically just take one and sign it, and then he kind of pass it around to you guys. Be like, yeah, I think this would be one of the best gifts we can give him
Mhm.
if everybody signs this.
She's waking up Libby and waking up Fee.
There's an armchair in the corner of his bedroom, and he's just been asleep sitting there. His gun's on a nightstand next to it. You know, he's just been watching over the doctor.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I don't
No,
try to
he-
wake him up. He
Yeah,
seems
he seems
tired.
he's out.
Yeah.
He didn't even wake up whenever the doctor was singing in there. He's like clean out.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Mm.
So just takes one of like Barney's probably like favorite ones, little bit of magazine, like comic books, and just say, hey, everybody, kind of just write something in here.
Alright.
Your names, or if you want giving kind of inspirational, cool quotes, as they put it.
I mean, here. And she just writes to the side, we'll give you a cross-time, cross-dimensional shout-out. And gives like a little drawing of a thumbs up. Turtle with a thumbs up. Yep. Sea turtle with a thumbs up. It's really abstract, but still.
Yeah, and does this kind of tell you to kind of pass it around.
Yeah, Summer would sign it. Specifically a draconic.
Mm.
And that Zell kind of does walk in, being like, I
She,
guess.
she will
go
sign hers
plan.
with, in the moment of strife is when our true forms shine bright. Alright, okay. That
Lib's
sounds...
signature is just the letters LIB, but the way she curves them makes it look like a dragonfly.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Alright.
And head out.
Yeah, I think all their sheets need to be click long rested on. Yeah, Eliza's still badly injured. He's injured.
Yes.
And Liza meeting. They're all up to level 9. But, I mean, do those we're talking.
Mhm. Okay. So, as you make your way out into the hallway, she's standing there and she waits, watching you all as you all exit out and fill a tiny little space. And then she looks at each of you like she's measuring all of you. And, Zale, you can give me an investigation check. I'm also going to roll one for a life.
Gotcha. She also has advantage now, Eliza does, because of level 9.
Yeah, steady eye.
Yes.
Eliza starts seeing a yellow outline in anything of interest in the room.
Exactly.
Alright, so she has a 23.
Yes.
1923.
Zale, you notice that one of her eyes isn't actually the same right hue. They're close, but they're not exactly the same. Eliza notices that it's actually a mechanical eye that is actually assessing each of you guys. What it's doing, she can't quite tell though. She doesn't
Is
have
it magical?
it is not.
It is not. So it's pure technology. As Zell has been pretty much up all night being like, what the hell with the technology advancement? Quantum physics? What? Basically, what's in this
She-
book.
Blinks and the eye is back to being an exact matching hue. She turns right around. She unlocks the door right across the hallway.
You weren't kidding when you said it wasn't far.
Yes. It wasn't.
She looks back. Wow. This is
Give-
cross-dimensional as well. Wow.
She walks in, turns on a light, and when the last of you are in on the other side, I'm gonna drag tokens in real quick. A sec.
Yeah, Cax just walking in with his beans.
Yeah.
Just eating beans too. Eating. Just eating beans.
These two.
I love that everyone, the rest of us, like look ready for fucking war, and then this cat eating the beans as he's walking. Oh,
She turns, she looks back at the door. There's that slight discoloration again. It closes. You hear a locking sound. And she goes, yes, assets of interest in the neighborhood are heavily surveilled. I was given this apartment specifically because of your friend Cross. Not that. Oh. I thought you were in there. Okay, there we go. Not that that oaf had any idea what it was he had me looking into. But better safe than sorry.
Hmm.
I'll give you this. He's cutthroat and cautious. And he would definitely be planning to kill you if you weren't already planning on blowing town before he did it.
very
Gives,
insightful.
gives her awkward finger guns.
Mm-hmm. So it's very insightful.
What are you after in Pridwins?
We're in quite the complicated situation.
So it kind of licks and
I could probably cut out some of the filler in the story. You're not our paradoxes.
looking for a way back home. In simple terms.
And you believe you'll find it at Pridwin's Manor.
If anybody was to me in research and development of cross time travel, it would definitely be him.
And what
If
does
they
this
were-
have to do with the Epsilon research facility?
Oh, man, so
Honestly, that was the biggest sidetrack we've ever run across.
yeah. Honestly, we just stumbled into it, truthfully. But
I've been following and investigating that research facility for 6 years.
why so? You don't mind me asking.
Does the name Brave Albion mean anything to you?
Oh, okay. Yes, it does,
it
and I'm
does.
surprised. Anyway, oh, okay. So what I'm guessing is that you don't really work for the Leviathan. That's a cover for a cover within a cover.
An adequate summation.
Gotcha.
Actually makes this a lot more simpler. So, just to get kind of straight to the point, so we kind of feel better about this, we're not getting this guy this rocket platform, right?
No, I plan on sabotage.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. you see Zell relax.
Just the entire party goes, oh, thank God.
Yeah, you see the whole party relax.
Except Kak, who continues to munch on his beans.
For like we got an
Well,
adult.
I mean, I
meeting.
just imagine Kaku's like right in her ear. Whatever that means.
Well, that makes it much better. So I could drop that. Yes, we know what Brave Albion. Not quite in detail about it.
But
I
we're
guess our
vaguely familiar, at least.
current selves, I guess I could say, don't know that much yet.
Babette's just nodding along like she knows what's happening.
So in your timeline, paradoxes are not aligned or not yet aligned?
Not yet. Be the better assumption.
Yeah, and just because I'm curious, what happened to the paradoxes here when the airship blew up?
Which time?
This time.
No, which time of the airship blowing up?
Okay, that's more awkward. At 1930s?
The Port Valiant incident.
Yes.
Well, that is, as many would say, the beginning of their story.
Yeah, how did it start?
Or better yet, this answer. Where did we end up after that event?
You ended up crashed on the shores of Arvale, where
Okay.
you therein found yourself briefly underneath the employ of the Queen of Arvale.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, the Queen of Arvale had found herself possessed by an entity that I was never classified to gain the name of. Those events ended up kickstarting what ended up being a time stop that locked the entire country into, well, a frozen spawn of hell.
Possessed.
Okay.
So the queen was compromised in some way. I don't,
What
don't
if-
know in that information, but
What happened to the
it's
princess?
good to know.
Excuse me, what was that?
What happened to the princess?
The princess. That. She looks away.
Mm.
Well, she fought bravely.
Okay.
Can I insight check her? Does she seem familiar to me in any way of people we met?
Give me an insight check.
Yeah,
Something's a little bit off.
I'm gonna do that. So keep
Natural
at it.
20.
Something about her mannerisms and even like her look, but she's younger looking, reminds you of both of Lady DeCallister,
Mhm. Yeah.
the personal guard to
Yes, yes.
Queen and the princess, the royal
Yeah.
family in general.
Okay.
So that would kind of
Possibly
like.
her daughter
Mm-hmm.
or granddaughter in this timeline, because it's so much further ahead.
Yeah.
See.
Huh. I see what you mean.
She nods. Sorry to have brought up a sore spot.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Those events were long ago.
And
But
is there anything else that I should know about what we're going into?
well, to pinpoint it, we at least arrived here fresh a week off of the incident in Griffin's Perch. So we do have at least a very brief outline of what the manor would look like through some of us. Makes points over to Zarman and
yeah,
Zale.
Zone has a really accurate fucking dictator where everything is.
We were
It's like, yeah,
briefly in talking and making an agreement with Pridwin about factions and all that other stuff. So if It puts you more at ease.
We're from a time where we're still working on that part.
Yes. We want to ensure that we can succeed in that.
So,
The paradoxes allied with Gwen. It's a lie. Things really are different where you're from.
very much so, as we're starting to understand that different timelines spread very differently.
Just the smallest influence can change the direction. So, we want a tide changer.
And honestly, the information we are gathering here, what happened to the queen, what happened to the country, hopefully we can stop it.
But for us to get that back, what we need at Birdwin's Manor is.
Oh, wait,
Well, I mean, this part of the thing would be easier for Zill to explain.
from what we can tell, do you know anything about Shutter Space?
I've had 2 separate shadow space deployments before I was reassigned.
And that makes it a lot simpler than just mindless.
Well,
Right now, technically, we are in a Shutter Space. That's why we're here.
Didn't travel here across a bridge.
No, it was a lunar event.
Temporary.
Honestly,
I guess the phrase is we did this old school.
very much so. Well, we're
Well,
trying to get back to what my future self, and what I was figuring out from my future self, is that we need the bridge, a solidified bridge to connect us back. To not have repercussions. And from what I found out, and from the looks of things here in my notes in my workshop, the best place to find that, and probably the only location to find that right now, is Pridham's place.
Well, to add the cherry on top, I'm assuming that having done this the old-fashioned way, that you didn't come prepared with the necessary precautions for psychosis.
Have one vial. It was given to
One
us
does.
by a future ally of ours.
I can't promise this, but from what I've surmised, they have been researching shadow space at Pridwin's Manor. If so, there's a possibility they might have more doses.
That'd be good. If I can take this back with me, many amounts, and I could re-engineer it, then I can start supplying it a lot sooner in this timeline.
Right, Kak, are you able to locate things right now?
I mean,
Specifically locate
Yes,
object.
but-
Haha. Do you have a prep?
yes,
Okay.
I can manage that as long as I know exactly what I'm looking for.
Okay. At least if we get into range of it, can figure out from there. Anyways, and she will quickly.
There is one more pressing concern. And she levels her eyes right on you, Hanu. Some things that are different in this time would require a lot of explanation. I don't have all the information to. But Brave Albion is not unaware or ignoring the research that is going on at Pridwin's. It is not, however, my jurisdiction. Somebody else is assigned to that case. And it might be best if that someone else was not aware of your particular presence.
Okay.
If you have any means of hiding yourself from scrying or detection, and if at all possible, I would beg that you not pray while you are there.
Oh.
That no no channeling the divine powers to help change the tides of fate, I'm guessing.
It might be a measured risk. I am a cautious person. I
Honey,
will
you
not
still
presume
have...
to make that decision for you in the heat of battle. However, I can say that the warden would not take kindly to your presence there.
Hmm. Yeah, I figured I would anger a lot of people. I still have my amulet to prevent people from scrying on me, so I will plan accordingly. And
Um,
yes, I will plan accordingly. Thank you for this knowledge, this forewarning. Gives her a stern nod.
If the warden does arrive, under no circumstances should we try and engage. Their interests align mutually with Brave Albion's, but to mistake that for owing allegiance to it could cost us our lives.
Understood.
Is it somebody who I knew back then in the 1930s, or is this a new person?
The warden is not a person.
Oh.
The warden is a god.
Mm.
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 So nonsense says, and knowing like she probably cannot explain all this to us right now, so it's better just to know the name.
Alright.
Alright, so then, other than for the plan of action, other than the police escorts, do you have? I remember exactly how the layout is. Do you know of any positioning, any
Only that
tactics?
they have all of the advantages. Make no mistake. What we're going into is nothing short of a full-on assault.
Understand.
And
Any
on the back,
tactics we should worry about?
they are efficient. They, by the books, will deploy smoke grenades and probably try and incapacitate spellcasters under smoke.
Hmm.
After that, expect them to have intel on your particular capabilities and a lot of ammunition.
Oh, beautiful.
Sure. Kind of look towards like a little bit past Keck. Hey Keck, you think there's any way to disrupt their intel gathering of us?
That's really not my department.
I was thinking mind stuff. If you, any of your mind spells could do anything.
No, that is not the sort of thing that my magic can do. He'll sort of wave his fingers at you.
Still nods. Alright.
Should walk over to Babette and quietly ask if she can help her with the disguise.
I'll see what I can do.
Alright.
Alright. So frontal assault. Well, at least we know we're going into an assault situation than being surprised.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm not a big fan of those things called grenades. Those weren't fun.
Hmm.
Like they have some grenades up our sleeves too. Now,
We have like 4.
we have 5.
No, Kelly used one.
Kelly used 1. I thought you had 6. So never mind.
I think, yeah, we only had 5. Unless somebody else had like 2.
So we have 4 grenades.
I assume there's no way that you can get us any extra firepower.
Unfortunately, considering our plans of betraying Leviathan, any extra firepower would inevitably be returned against us.
Nope, she's our extra help. Honestly, having another person on the side is gonna be helpful in this situation.
Just to be clear,
Hmm.
can you or can you not summon a storm? Looking at you, Hanu.
That is a work in progress. I can summon an earthquake, but I don't think that would be good and a levitating island.
Call.
Why storm in particular?
Just trying to get a gauge of where your abilities lie.
Hmm.
I can do approximately 30 push-ups in one round. Like really slow push-ups though, like agonizing slow. If that helps out.
Friends at that.
Surprisingly, yes, actually.
Okay,
It
good.
means you haven't gone through the training montage in movie 3.
Oh, okay. I will look forward to that. I'm
What?
sure I will regret that.
What? Oh, so that's what that is when I looked up online later. Okay. I was wondering why
I
this.
assume all of your information doesn't exclusively come from film.
Not exclusively.
There's like probably comic series out there or something.
What's
How
her
much of this
total
is
weight?
how much of this
Yo.
is a joke and how much of this is like no, I actually do watch the films to see.
Was it like her fangirling so much that she's trying to hide it?
Give me an insight check.
I will give somebody assistance.
Definitely fucking with you, so.
Yeah.
I'm rolling it too.
And with that 22, you would determine that she's probably got a casual knowledge of the movies and was just using it to fuck with you guys.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Zell thinks she's completely serious.
So they're just completely serious.
Yes.
It's like, huh, interesting. Those movies are very realistic to our lives.
Oh, just because I'm curious, was Prince with us in this time too? Because that might explain all the movies.
Oh yes.
Oh, yes, Prince has always been your most heartfelt and timeless supporter.
Hmm.
Okay. The movies are starting to make more sense.
Yeah, they are. Wow. In any case, got 2 hours to pick up there. Hmm.
Is there anything I could help supply you with in the time being? Might
Any
be best
medical
if you
supplies?
stay here.
Yeah.
Yeah, any equipment you may have that would help. That would, of course, be useful.
Mm,
I could ask, but then again, I could also accidentally bump the switch for the camera in the back room for a moment.
That would be quite a shame if that was to happen.
yeah.
Yes.
I'll be back
These-
in an hour.
Just one more thing. If you do find it. You say these guys can see through smoke, right?
Quite clearly.
Can they see if they're blinded?
I don't think anyone can see if they're blinded.
Or would it affect them, I should say?
Some of them, yes. Though some of the more advanced armor units come with reflective shields to prevent flashbangs.
You're on the same kind of train of thought I was thinking about.
What if we had like a really big fan? Blow all the smoke out.
That might actually work. Can
Mhm.
you summon a strong wind?
Puts her fingers together, like her palms together into her chin, points them both forwards. Currently a work in progress.
I'll be back.
Okay.
He waits till the door's closed, and he just looks at Haru, and Zell just looks at Haru. It's like,
Beautiful.
you're in a funny mood today.
I have to try to keep a positive attitude, so hopefully it will cement itself.
I mean, it's working.
Alright.
Yeah.
What
Which
is
Arthur isn't here with
this?
us, right?
She's been staring at this for a while, and then she just leans
Yes,
over.
Arthur is in there with you. I don't know if I didn't drag his token in, did I?
Is this like a
No.
table? What is this? Sale, what is this?
There we
Jill looks. What is this?
No, there's Arthur.
go.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
pointing at the weird reflective thing on.
So yeah, just looking
Table.
at it, it looks like it's an end table of some sort. It's got like a glass pane underneath it. You can see that there is actually a slight bit of transmutation and evocation magic laced within it. But you have no idea to what purpose. You give me an Arcana check if you want.
Sure.
And she's for a moment she looks like she's going to jump over the couch, but then thinks better of it, goes around. So I was thinking maybe we
Takes
should
the hazard.
just give her like a small write-up of everything that we did hear from, you know, the doctors as a thank you.
14. You're uncertain. You can tell that it somehow generates a slight amount of evocation energy on a very even layer across the top of it. But you have no idea to what purpose.
Do you think it like creates a map if you press certain buttons on it?
So,
It looks like
just
it's a
out of
chart,
curiosity,
you know?
he's gonna put his gauntlet on the table, and kind of just flat on touch it.
Or
Okay, let me roll something real quick.
Oh boy.
So you lose an arm. No.
Russell? No.
You're welcome.
Low or high?
Hi.
Okay. All right. Let me roll something else real quick.
Oh
Are
boy.
you fucking kidding me?
the table becomes Zale. Oh no!
Oh no!
Available.
Shit, I'll be right back.
First,
And
1d.
then we just Gonzo pops out the table.
So from the 1d4, there's a 3. Okay.
Oh.
And then. Well. 3. D10. For
Cool.
18. Okay. So 18 points of lightning is stored inside of your gauntlet. And the you can deliver it like delivering a touch spell using your intelligence modifier.
So you make a spell attack to do 18 damage.
And yeah, it'll just into something. It appears to have charged your gauntlet.
Wait, what? So, you see Zelby like looks at his gauntlet and be like, "What the? Huh?"
So I guess it doesn't become a map. Interesting. Leans over. Kak, what do you think this is?
This
Yes.
thing,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like a thing that interacts with other things.
Ah,
And he'll point at
okay.
Zale's gauntlet.
Just like how.
Um,
Okay.
This is probably one of those new fandangled things that seem to be in whatever time this is, and I don't trust it.
Mm.
Absolute hogwash.
Mm,
Get-
mm, okay.
It's an
Just
end
throw it
table
down.
that charges portable devices.
It's a phone charger.
So he
What?
wasn't technically wrong.
But
No.
was it specific enough to be right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
No, like instantly, like it's like taking fucking notes to be like, all right.
Hmm.
So, Colin can
As you study an end table, what is everybody else doing?
I am going to reach out, get a few little rations, some dried food, and I will offer it to Mr. Whiskers. Then give the rest to, and give a little bit to my sleeping owl. But then tell Fee, have I ever told you? Well, actually, no. Why did I answer that? Well, let me tell you a story that my gran used to tell me about a journey in a desert and a unicorn that saved a group's life.
I do like stories about unicorns.
So, it all starts out, and then she's going to take a kind of the old version of like a fantasy story, like fairy tale story, but instead of replacing it with, instead of, a person, she will replace the main character as a cat, and trying to save their friends, various animals. She's just gonna do just the whole, this
And
unicorn
you're
ended
gonna
up,
teach her how to freaking unicorn totem.
yeah. It's like, finding your friends. You think the unicorn told this cat a very inspirational phrase that the power of their friends will help guide the way.
She just sits there on the other side of the table, face in her hands, and like wide-eyed as the story goes through, like desperately engaged in the moments where she's like, "Oh no, are their friends gonna be able to make it?" And then I'm just like, but then like shores up her own resolve about like, no, the unicorn spirit, and as Mr. Whiskers kind of like stands up taller and straighter as the story goes on. All right, she learns how to use the spirit.
I'll draw a little picture of a really fat, chubby unicorn, but a very strong-looking cat above on its head, pointing forwards to where it needs to go.
Can I roll arcade check for that gauntlet moment and see what interaction I have with that to understand?
Wants
For
to,
Zelda to understand what happened.
wants to reverse engineer this table.
Nah, man, you already made your
Damn
arcana
it.
check.
Okay.
Yep, you're
Yeah, so Zelda's just like, huh? How the hell that happened?
You want to draw a picture of what it looks like, and then you can figure it out later?
I already did.
Okay.
That bet
Anyways,
is just gonna keep an eye on the hallway.
If Zale seems that intrigued by this, Kak would possibly go over and have a look at it, a closer look.
okay. One of you can roll with advantage. Arcana.
I mean, you want me to roll cax? Let's have 12.
No.
Alright, you can roll.
do-
You have
do-
advantage.
do-
28. It
28.
doesn't matter.
Boom.
This is
Cat does
Uh,
not say
Cat's
anything at
looking.
all.
Yeah, looking at it, you can tell that it uses transmutation magic to activate the energy in these special plates that are underneath, and that generates like a constant flow of evocation on a very low level across the surface. You could just place things on top of it, and if they had like batteries that got charged off that kind of energy, those batteries would just fill themselves.
All right. Kag's just going to go, yes, well, I do believe I was 100% correct. It is a thing that interacts with other things such as that, and I still don't trust it.
I laugh at the idea as Kak makes those remarks. He actually writes the details of it on the paper while throwing it as Elif. I don't trust it.
Yeah, pretty much. Just be careful.
So Zoe kind of like looking at that, kind of reconfirming, take out his notes.
he
what
would have
has
done-
on the gauntlet.
He would have done really rough notes, by the way, not anything detailed.
Mm-hmm. I mean, all he's looking is like the battery charge. So then he's like thinking to himself, "Oh, then I was thinking that doesn't hold energy. I mean, I can absorb energy from spells. The efficacious only related, or is it any uncut spells I could do?"
So, I have to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else? Hanu?
Yeah, what?
Babette?
Hmm?
We're not all buying her. I know about Brave Albion, but I didn't say that I work for Brave Albion thing, right?
Wait, are we paying for that information?
I am probably I mean, I'm on the guess that probably she's gonna want something when we get there.
Yeah, probably.
She is related to, just I picked up, Lady Callister.
Yeah, that's it. I couldn't remember the name, but I remember the face.
Oh, well, I mean, so what if her grandmother was
Oh, no,
somebody
excuse.
important? Also,
No.
remember the detail that the queen got possessed during all of that. We
Mhm.
can't write out that Lady Callister didn't have something to do with that all along. I mean, isn't
Yeah.
it her job to protect her?
Yeah, could be a double spy and someone she was working with inside. Someone had to get close to the queen. So we know there's probably a mole in the palace.
Well, she's gone. Why don't we
Mhm.
see if we can find something that will confirm or deny her story? Or at least give us some idea of what her stance in all of this is.
Alright. Yeah, double none. And then kind of investigate, check kind of like the doors, or Eliza, help Eliza investigate. Oh no, she could do advantage anyways. So
Yeah.
Eliza just so we'll be like, Eliza, you thinking
I will
check these
admit
doors?
that the whole queen possessed thing and then what goes on with the princess is very interesting. But a few things get skewed on official documents and what the public is told. So, who knows what
so-
happened behind the scenes?
Yeah,
Oh,
Our
I
eight
will-
doors
you all
locked.
keep in mind you may risk souring something that is good. But if you believe it not to be good, I mean, I'm not going to stop anybody.
Eliza looks at Babette.
Babette's a little bit distracted, looking out the door. Yes?
The whole group is in the midst of like kind of like looking at Arthur, who's, glancing at the doors, and then at Eliza. And Eliza like kind of like nods her head over to the door and is, you get that kind of like silent communication of lifelong friends. She's like,
Mhm.
think, should we, snoop or not snoop?
I don't even know if there's like cameras around here.
Well,
Or scrying devices.
I can say that she brought us here to have a silent conversation away from prying eyes, so there's probably not cameras in at least this room.
I think it's worth it to at least check the surface.
Sure.
Eliza
And-
will do an investigation check
She slam dunks some guidance there.
with
Yeah.
advantage.
And human influence too, so 2d4.
Okay. 2d4.
Oh, baby.
Ooh,
Nice.
29.
29.
She confirms that there are no traps, or not traps, but cameras or anything in this room, and that the doors are actually unlocked. She doesn't seem to actually have like any like complicated locks on any of these doors inside of here. However, that door over there is like reinforced on this side. I mean, it seems to be a standard apartment that, other than that reinforced door at the front with like a secret window that you can peer through on the other side, which you can actually see that you can see clear through the other side with this strip. And you didn't see a peek hole on the other end, all right? So somehow it's just able to see through into the hallway. And a strong lock on it with an automated thing that opens and closes it and locks it. The inside doors are all just plain thin apartment doors. And
So we'll just
What's
open
this?
this one's look.
She points down at this. Is this like a kind of, safe?
looking at that, it's not a safe. It seems to have something to do with what's powering the door operation.
So let's open this one. It's like, well, this seems like a bedroom from the looks of it, or also armory. Are those guns I'm seeing? Like a gun rack?
Yes. There's also 2 swords on that rack. Katanas.
Huh.
You also see a computer on the desk. Arthur opens and goes, well, not exactly the homeliest looking place.
We probably don't want to
Two
mess
beds.
anything up.
There's 2 beds. Why does she need a second bed in another room?
So we'll go to this third one. Nah, it's like bathroom. Is that
looks
blood?
like
Looking at it, it looks like it's just a really shitty toilet.
Okay.
You can give me an investigation check in there, though, if you're wanting to look around in the bathroom for anything sus.
Well, I mean, this might have just been a 2-bedroom place. Why?
Take a look.
By that, Lib, you want to come over here in case she comes back before we're ready for her? We just need to distract her.
Have Eliza do an investigation check in the room with the second bed as Arthur calls that out.
Yeah, and Zelda 19. Bathroom. 25 plus a D4.
give her that human influence.
26.
26.
Okay, so we'll start with the bathroom. Looking at it, it's fairly sterile. Actually, it's not fairly sterile. You can smell cleaning supplies. It's a really shitty bathroom, but one that somebody has spent an abundance of time cleaning. Which strikes you as a little odd. I mean, who does that much upkeep on a bathroom that inherently looks as bad as that one? The pipes are rusted in places, it's old, right? Like the hot and cold water are actually opposites whenever you use them, and it just go immediately to super cold or super hot, no in between. Like, it's not a good looking facility. But somebody spent a lot of time cleaning this, has done so recently, and probably a lot of times. you look over in the sink and pull up just like a little bit of like toilet paper, wrap it around your finger, and you stick it in. And as you pull it out, you do find blood on the inside of it. In the medicine cabinet you open right after that, you find a lot of like bandages and like needles and suture and stuff for patching up wounds. Somebody was probably wounded and patched in this bathroom recently.
And
Probably within the last, day, even possibly a couple of hours.
Does he
it's been
seem
thoroughly cleaned.
injured when she walked up at all?
She didn't seem injured at all, no. It's hard to tell. She's wearing long sleeves and a bulletproof vest underneath it. Eliza, in the other room, takes a look over. Those crates are ammunition crates. They're filled with a couple of them are just empty magazines, and some of them are loose bullets. So, they haven't been loaded into their magazines yet. You can see stuff for loading magazine bullets. You can also see that there is the broken bits and pieces stuck in a box on top of one of these things. And when she pulls them out and puts them together, it's for a wooden training dummy, like just wooden pegs sticking out of it, obviously for some martial arts practice. Somebody must have shattered it recently. Also, she determines that it's probably a male sleeping in here between the ages of 19 and 24.
Hala was gay?
How old
Cal?
is who?
Cal, yeah.
Cal? Probably somewhere within that range. You didn't get it.
God damn it.
Yeah. Sounds putting some context clues together. Recently, Mel Blood looks like he started up. Who was in a recent fight just didn't stay a couple few hours ago. Yeah, so and so closes it, and he's like, okay. So, from the lines of information, from what I learned, and I close all the doors, make sure so this we don't think we'd look through hard enough. So she might be with. She might be with Barack.
Oh, okay.
Cause from looks like someone was patching themselves up in that bathroom, and it was just recently.
Mm.
And from what Liza told me, that training dummy that looks like martial arts, and it was 15, 19, and 24. It looked like your version, this Arthur was probably living. He probably came here.
Well, I mean, I could always just. Wait, how many questions would I have? I could always just go ask. Always can divinate. Give me one
could.
question, I can just go ask Noth. Or whoever's being. Or my kind of. Still don't know if it's nothing. Anyways. Yeah.
The thing just to remember is other, because he's like Barack is a hero here. She's working for the Peacekeepers when we get there, or she's working with Barack personally, in whatever organization that Cabe was working with as an assassin. Cal was working as an assassin. So if that's the case, it might not be Brave Alien she's working for. It might be.
I'm just gonna point out that she never said she was working for Brave Albion.
Yeah, she just
know.
mentioned if we're aware of it. Testing to see our knowledge. So.
She's good, I'll give her that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. if that's the case, then what to do?
I mean, go along with the escort far enough, and ask questions when she might be in a place where she feels even less secure.
Yeah, I mean, either way, they're gonna fully infiltrate. Somebody's gonna fully infiltrate Predwin's manor. Be it us, her, the Leviathans. She makes quotation marks.
Wonder if Cal will show up then, or probably she's bringing him back.
Mm.
In this case, I mean, best not to show our hands that we know this information.
She'd probably figure that out by now. Giving us enough time,
And you
Snippet.
hear, figure out what by now? As she walks in, she's got
Babette was
hoisted
like
up on her shoulder.
Babette was
getting
keeping
Oh yes,
watch,
oh yes,
and
I know.
so
Yeah, it's
Okay.
literally the door opens of its own accord right as
They
she's
say it.
approaching. Yes. And you take like a step, away as like the automatic door, like pistons go up, that little generator next to you lights up for a moment, and it's opening as she's coming up to the top of the stairs. So you stepped back, and she hears that thing, comments, and there it is. But you see that she's hoisted on her shoulder a large rocket launcher,
oh no.
the one that had been on the back, and she goes, "I assume that one of you know how to operate these things."
I wish.
It's fairly
Check the one by the
simple.
desk.
Point and shoot,
Is it like?
preferably away from your allies.
Is it like different from a crossbow or the same?
Actually, perhaps somebody else should use this.
I only know
Yeah,
how
like
to know. I only know how to use crossbows.
I kind of
Which the door
Arthur.
shut as she come in.
Yes, as she comes in, the door shuts behind and
Right.
locks again right on its own. You see this deadbolt literally slide across it, and she also has a big plastic bag in her other hand, and she sits it on the counter in the kitchen. She sits the rocket launcher on the couch, and she goes, "Do you like Xiaolon?" As she pulls out some containers of Xiaolon cuisine from a to-go plate. It is.
Oh man, now that we kind of know the information, it seems like she's acting way too nice now. It's how fucking paranoid.
There was one thing we kind of started picking up on. Who do you work for, by the way?
Oh, who do I work for?
Yeah, you mentioned Brave Albion, and we made the connection there, but I just wanted to hear from you if that was an accurate assumption.
Not for Brave Albion per se, but one of its many branches. Well, a dead branch now, but you don't believe I've had your interactions with the Saint's Blood yet, have you? If you've only just arrived in Arvale, then you haven't gone to war with them yet.
Are you a triple agent?
Yes.
Saints blood, Saints blood, Saints blood.
Okay.
Just to remind me, Chance, didn't we learn something about that?
You're in the Order of Saint's Blood.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Eliza's
from.
family.
Yeah, it's Eliza's family. Zale's actually one of them now.
No, I remember that. I'm just trying to think of the information we just learned recently that the Marvesies
the Marvesi Institute.
Mm-hmm. So then you know about the Marvesi Institute then?
Well, to a degree. Why does the Marvesi Institute have to do with the Saint's Blood?
Just curious if you know them.
Well, I mean, just because I'm curious, what's your relation with the Saints Blood?
I took the oath, drank the hunter's bane, and when the seal of Saint's blood was finally broken, I awoke to a lifetime of bloodshed and misplaced memories. If only guilt were so easily misplaced.
Mm.
The Order of Saint's Blood gained its power through fell dealings. They sought to use the darkness to fight the darkness. Only we didn't realize just how much we'd invited it in. One day, the paradoxes break a seal, hidden away deep beneath the Baltayin. And when that seal broke, everybody that had ever imbibed the Hunter's Bane found themselves awaking as if from a dream. For me, it was like regaining control of my limbs after a terrible bout of sleep paralysis. The Order of Saint's Blood fought during the war. And we did a lot of terrible things in Iraq. It wasn't until later that we realized that we weren't fully under our own control anymore. It wasn't like something was controlling us, it was like something within us had taken absolute control. Hatred.
Mm.
And then the paradoxes broke the seal, and we were left to come to terms with what we had done. To begin to try and weigh our life. Now, I work as, one might say, a freelance agent. The Order of Saint Blood is no more. However, Brave Albion does not fully trust my former allegiances. When a great house falls, and then she swirls up some noodles.
Yeah. Which, once she starts getting to the point of disengaging from the conversation, Zarma will just look at Zell. So we don't do that yet, is what I'm hearing.
Zell's already done that, and so you see like Zell just kind of like visibly, if he could get even Peller, get Peller, and just kind of be like, he's like looking down. You see his eyes kind of like calculating. He's like holding his like mouth so he's covering it. But if anybody's like close to him, probably Eliza. He says here like, got played. Shit.
Wait. You okay?
No, I'm not. Hmm.
If she's looking over at Summer and Zale now, you'll be like, well, there might be a little bit more context clues for why we asked those questions.
So kind of will walk up to her and kind of lean on the desk and kind of looks her in the eye. Did you know when? So you didn't know about this until the seal was unleashed, right? That's you were.
It was more insidious than that. It wasn't like a switch or a moment. It's not like I can recall exactly when I no longer had control. But suddenly, when it was gone, I could look back at every single thing that I had done. And I had to wonder, why didn't I think to resist?
You'd mentioned a war. What war was this?
The war.
The war? She cocks her head to the side, narrows in closer. Is this the Lady Callister? Or is there some time travel shenanigans going afoot with her?
She looks like the spitting image of her, but still younger.
Hmm.
Hmm. Interesting.
Wow.
I did also as well manage to gather some healing supplies. And there are 3 medkits.
Okay.
She grabbed 3 medkits and a rocket launcher. She says that there's rockets in the back room in one of the cases there.
She's gonna grab this stuff and give it to one of probably somebody who she knows is good with firearms. So Kelly's smart enough to figure it out.
Kelly's at the.
Kelly is not there at the moment.
I know she's putting in her bag
Yeah,
for
she's
that.
pulling it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
But
kind of just like. If someone was under this hunter's bane, they did the ritual. Would that person say attack his own friends?
Hard to say for set. Depends on how often your friends anger you on a day-to-day basis. I believe that when you see people as allies, then that is what they are. But I can look back at times where people were nothing more than the thing I hated.
Giselle's kind of like, he's saying not he's doing it, but he's like tapping the counter with his fingers.
You're very forthcoming. Is it just a way to understand the past, or maybe hope for a better future, or do you need something from us?
No, I just understand that we are getting ready to go into a situation in which we might die. And, in my understanding, there needs to be strong cooperation. We all have to be on the same level. We all have to trust each other.
Of course, let our stories carry on, if no one else can write it.
In the trenches, people will share their deepest, darkest secrets. It simply helps us fast forward to the part where we can trust the person who we are depending on for our lives.
Mom? Which, after that whole conversation, how's Arthur feeling about her now?
I'm gonna give him a little check real quick.
Like, is it like a level of tolerance at this point? Because I think that's the best he would ever do.
19. Yeah, he crosses his arms and that's it. That's it for this whole thing.
Yeah.
He's like this person. He, in his mind, he still thinks there's some bullshit going on here. He just thinks that she's too good to be able to do anything about it.
Which, I mean, that's fair.
That's fair. That's fair. Especially his point of view.
She's helping pull out the noodles and
yeah.
everything else.
Yeah, just one more slight question. You mentioned freelancer. Is it only Leviathan you have a contract with right now, or?
Sorry. Yeah.
True fork came out!
Oh, she's got the actor feet.
Oh no!
Yeah, no, I got you too hard into Arthur mindset before doing that. My bad.
No, you're alright. I don't actually work for Leviathan. I am using them for intel.
Gotcha.
They were keenly interested in protecting their assets. They even have a precog, a mind reader, capable of predicting people's outcomes and reading their thoughts. He's extremely paranoid. And he also happens to control the block where a high security clearance peacekeeper officer happens to reside. I was here because of Barney.
Interesting how paths cross.
Yeah, Kinzarman Insider on that particular thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will give
Same
you
here.
advantage for that.
Zarma thinks it's fine.
I didn't give you advantage, oh no.
Or that's you roll it.
20,
you were
Babette. You still realize that she hasn't explained why was looking into Barney, right? So she's still like avoiding the answer.
But it does seem
She is
that
telling the
was
truth.
what
Yes,
she was
is
here
telling-
for.
Yes, it is what she was here for. Yeah.
Oh, and why was it that you were looking into him in the first place?
I was investigating the Epsilon research facility.
Well, I mean, you're freelance. Why would you need that, I guess? Is the better question.
Give me a persuasion check
Eliza will
with advantage.
human influence you. Smacks you gently.
Oh,
I'm gonna channel divinity that. You go do that again, bro.
That's
There we
better.
go.
A
Okay.
D4. Hey,
20
there you go.
CX.
Okay.
They're better. That's much better.
All right. She looks at each of you all, and you see as she kind of like, for a moment, her shoulders kind of like sag, and she like glances off to the side, and then she straightens up, and she says, "A personal intrigue. I heard a rumor that there was research into ways of seeing other outcome, way things could have gone differently. I look back a lot. No, wrong. I am always looking back. I want to know once and for all if I could have done something different. If I could have resisted somehow. If there was a way. Somewhere. Where I could have had a different outcome.
I mean, you do know who you're talking to, right? We're looking for ways to bring things back. We don't know if we could bring people back.
But we can at least give others
Wanna try-
chances.
Yeah. Checking again. Would you like a redo?
We don't get redos. We're all traveling on our own individual time. Our own timeline.
Mm.
Arthur kind of perks up at this. Our past still happen. I just want to come to terms.
Find solace in the fact that at least another version of you found peace before the pain. But not everything's in vain.
Raina, if you don't mind me asking, when did you join? Do you remember that? Uh-oh.
Mhm.
What was that detail?
Yeah. Okay. So, you can say that I was born into it. It was a family thing.
In our time, it was actually a Marvesi family thing.
The Marvesies, as in Marvesi Institute.
As you would understand it, yes.
There are many houses within the Saint's blood. The Crovers. Give me my note.
Shit, guys. Fucking shit.
The Crovers. The Aston Wards. The Wardstocks. The Callisters.
Huh.
But I've never heard of a House Marvesi being a part.
Oh shit!
So I'm guessing something different happened with Chalice then.
Oh fuck, guys.
Quite.
So that might be a thing of how it varies between even our two worlds, it seems.
Or never mind. Never mind.
Come on, eating heals the soul. Let's eat a little bit.
You guys eat.
Throughout this, she will say, I do have actually a really dark secret that I don't really like revealing to people, but... Takes a deep breath. I can't stand the word pineapple. It doesn't make sense. I feel like they
Then,
bastardized it.
would it enrage you to let you know that there's some freshly sliced pineapple in the fridge? I was gonna offer some.
She makes,
Oh.
makes a
And
great...
she indicates the pineapple sitting on her counter right there that's not sliced.
I know.
Actually, I would like some. I actually love pineapples.
She's been clenching her fist. I've been staring at it this whole time.
And that, guys, is where we're gonna take a break. And
Saffron, I
we'll,
love you.
we'll come back in like 10 minutes. So,
Yeah.
you know.
What the fuck?
So obviously something different happened to Chalice here.
Oh,
Yeah.
what the fuck, guys?
I bet
It was
and
a
Rachel
trap.
are sitting here like, what the
It-
fuck?
It was a trap. Fucking Blood Hunter was a trap.
I mean, come on, guys.
I
The Blood
know.
Hunt.
I know, but shit.
It's like being a warlock and not having it bite you in the ass eventually.
Oh, fuck. Well, I'm glad I know now. That way it just happens all of a sudden.
You don't have
I
to worry
mean-
about your Lasara nature. You have to worry about the Blood Hunter nature. There you go.
Right, not just any blood hunter nature, the fucking progenitor of lycanthropy.
Don't worry about it, bro. You're fine. It's okay.
Yep. Oh, wow. It's a fucking. Yep. My bed's gonna be even more scary of me now. Knowing that I can
Oh,
lose
man.
it one day. One day I can just lose it.
Honestly, Babette doesn't really know. She
No,
just
it's
knows
out of
you're a
character.
werewolf. But yeah.
I say out of character. I hate you enough. Oh, fuck.
God.
She's like,
Oh.
guys, just listen. I love the fruit. Says it in a different language, but I can't stand the word. No, it doesn't make
It does-
sense.
And sounds like I love pineapple though.
It's
like
so
the
great,
song.
but why? Why do you have to say that? Stop.
And thus starts my endless tirade of pineapples being in every single session.
Yes,
Thank you for setting it up for the spite.
I know. Yes, I got you, bro.
Now it's gonna be a whole thing of, you even put it on your pizza? What's wrong with you?
You're like,
Yeah, it sounds like that sounds delicious.
yeah, it is delicious, but why do they have to call it pineapple?
Well, you guys are eating Chinese food right now, but we're coming back to our break with the doorbell going, and Babette, you seeing that there's a pizza delivery person from Rosemarie's
was
Pizzeria.
Literally just about to ask you about that.
Yes.
I will be right back though.
It was my original pineapple cameo intention, but that setup was there. I was like,
Yeah.
I have to do it now.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Listen,
Pineapple pizza.
Okay.
it's
right
the
back.
greatest fruit that you can have. But why did they
Oh.
call it that in common? No, she says, enjoying pineapple. I will not stand for this.
This is-
Do not stand for this blasphemy. Cheese on it.
I know.
Yeah, even though Zella's just like, my life is fucking fucked up. I'm just gonna chew on this and think of better thoughts right now. because I have to get myself in the mind game right now. Oh fuck. Okay. Well, I'm glad I know. I'm glad I know now. So if that fucking shit happens, then
Ah, I love Reina. So much.
Right. It's one of those things of we didn't ask it. How much does she care about this world right now?
yeah.
And before like Cal's actually the pizza boy, trying to do the whole fucking shitty porno thing with the pizza box.
Mhm.
Hey, good shit. Uh,
When it's
has,
full of
the,
pineapple.
has the gun in the fucking pizza box.
That is not a pineapple! No! Why? You got me saying the word.
Oh man, what the fuck? So the Calistars are part of the Order, the Saints Blood Order.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, it's also a thing of these are all the branches that could exist.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things of if they do exist in our timeline would be another thing.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. But it's good to know that there's a possibility the Calistar is the person that's next to the Queen.
Mm-hmm.
It's
No,
part of the Order, and it seemed like they get influenced. So that's not
Right.
good. That's not good.
now she's thinking of how long does the war really last?
Yeah, right. There's a Great War.
I mean, one
It
click
seems
on
like
the
a
internet
bunch of
will
shit
definitely
happened.
check that out. The Great
I mean,
War.
we have nine movies, or was it what 9 or
We have
13?
23.
23.
Yeah.
23. So this shit
We are
lasted
the
a
CCU.
while. Yeah, yeah. This shit
Yeah, and,
lasted a
she's all like-
while.
Okay, good. You haven't gone through the training montage in movie 9. Oh shit.
Mm.
Oh shit.
Fucking
So we're
loved that.
so that means we're not at level 12 yet, because level 12 is probably to the training montage. So we're 3 levels below. Oh fuck.
Then of course we're all like, how did the airship crash happen here? Which one? Oh fuck. 30?
Oh yeah, yeah. That was so much information.
Right, no, it's just the fact that she was all like, which one threw me off a little bit. I tried so
yeah,
hard not to laugh. I'm like,
That threw
"Oh, fuck,
everybody off.
1930s? Somewhere around there.
So that means
No,
the airship blows
Alex.
again.
Shit was funny.
So that means the
God
airship blows up
damn
again.
it.
Yeah, there was a
Right.
general like, fuck. God damn it.
Whisper's probably really pissed off at that point.
Oh, goodness gracious. Fuck.
Right, we're having to spend 6 months on this shit and we hear it happens again. It's like, oh no.
Yeah,
Is
the
it-
Babette did pick up on that, and she's like, "Fuck, I have to be on it when it explodes next time."
I have to be on it when it explodes next time.
Oh, God.
Oh man. I went from super joy to figure out, oh cool, freaking the gauntlet can absorb battery energy and freaking
In
discharge.
an info dump that makes you depressed.
Yeah, it went from high to
Arthur
low
is
real
like,
quick.
there's more to this chick than what she's been telling us, right? And Arthur's immediate assumption going forward, I don't trust, it's sus, right? And then realizing the reason that she's keeping things that like her motivations that are hidden underneath it is a tragic backstory, and you're like, damn
No,
it.
I almost made a. Are we really trying to unlock her tragic backstory? And apparently,
Yep.
I
No.
mean, that's what the persuasion roll's for. Zarman's a
Yep.
decent therapist if he tries to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's good shit.
Oh,
I loved it so much.
fuck me.
Your guys is but then at the same time Arthur is like again like he's like this isn't fair, okay? Like like I'm not allowed to be suspicious now, all right? Because
gave us the sad backstory, alright? But he still hasn't gotten the answer to the fact that there was a second bed there, which hasn't even been broached yet, and he's not drunk. He's still on that. He's like,
she's pretty fine with us going in there to take things out. So she's like, they're probably smart enough to figure this to have noticed that.
yeah, that, or she's just confident that she'll have another lie for it, alright? Arthur's like, I don't trust her. But his insight hasn't been high enough to, like, pick up anything specific other than the fact that she's leaving out information.
She's like, half sure. So he's like, so frustrating.
Which I was gonna wait for after a segment towards we relaxed and had more casual conversation before getting into that. But I was gonna be like, I went into the bathroom earlier, but I'm not a big fan of the blood. Were you hurt earlier or something? And then, of course, depending on how much she knows of the movies, that may or may not have been mentioned at some point. Fucking Zarman's hemophobia.
Yeah.
It's very personal, and there's a movie.
Yeah, Zarman would never be afraid of anything.
I mean, in 23 movies, there's only so many ways to make it interesting for like a character dilemma. It might have been brought up at like one of the more recent ones just to make it interesting, but they're dragging it on.
But she has casual information from what I got off, so that means it's what Eliza got off, or Babette got off.
No. What she got off of that insight was that particular comment was her teasing about watching the movies. That her insight doesn't come from the movies. It comes from intel, and she was joking about it coming from movies.
So yeah. Depends on how much intel she has on us.
Yeah, I mean, if she's really intricate, she'd know about the hemophobia.
Oh. It is crazy. Fucking. Anything blood related to just me as Vashon just turns fucking bad. Just for my character.
It's like, okay, somebody sanitized this bathroom because there was probably a lot of blood here at one point.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's just this trace little amount on the inside of the freaking sink's drain, alright? Some CSI shit was pulled to find it,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I said. I was like, also like, it's like, is someone fucking murdered? Or
Right,
was
I
it
mean,
murdered?
Sure, we can mention, or Eliza could mention it, but it would seem suspicious because, she's the fucking investigator. If Zarman mentions it, it's because he noticed a small amount of it and was afraid of it. So it was more of an accident if Zarman says it than if Eliza says it.
If Eliza does, that's literally her shtick. Like, if Eliza's asking a question, it's because you're a suspect.
Right, if Zarman's asking a question about blood, it's because he's shitting himself.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would definitely broach it. Cause...
Right, so I was just gonna wait for the pizza thing first.
Yeah,
Cause
I'm
either
gonna make
she
some tea.
killed someone, or someone was injured.
Well, yeah, you did notice that there was a lot of like supplies for patching up wounds, like field dressing stuff, right? So putting those two things together, you get the feeling, and it looked like it had been opened recently, like people had been using those supplies.
Okay, so it looks like it was on the.
There were no used supplies found. Like none of there was literally no sign other than the inside of that. I mean, she's thorough. That's very clear.
Right, it's just there is that small little bit in the drain type of thing.
Yep. Yeah, you got a good check.
Like, oh fuck. But yeah, no, someone randomly was like in a freak accident that Rubber found the one fucking detail she didn't do.
Yeah, and I mean that's what Zells was putting together. Is also then Eliza coming back with a freaking martial arts dummy and everything, and then Cal's like, who was recently injured that probably was supposed to a bunch of gunfire and everything just recently?
I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know that was some spot on deduction right there.
Yeah. Hey, I was right about with Perseus. I was right about there being an animal who's making the freaking hole, even though was trying to get the nature check.
Well, she's a triple agent, and she's also, for some reason, because of that, associated with Barack.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Layers. This is a 7-layer dip.
She says that she's doing this for personal reasons, and her story, you know, you guys like it's convincing, you know, and she seems to be telling the truth.
I mean,
All
it
right?
is a personal story. It's a personal story of her fucking boo.
Yes. Oh man.
Oh fuck.
Right, it's the half-truth thing. Right, you just aren't mentioning the whole story. But you know,
Yep.
she's quietly doing that the entire time.
That's what.
She probably just doesn't like how fast we're unpacking it.
Yeah, she's like, I need them to trust me, which means I can't withhold information, but I can be selective about the information I reveal. But then again, like, there's also just the possibility that she is a, you know, long time, having been embedded for 6 years type of spy. It might just be instinct to only reveal as required. All right.
Very Babette way of thinking.
Yeah. I was gonna say, when everyone was going through the apartment, like, does it kind of remind Babette of her apartment?
Yes. Yes.
Except you had a cursed fucking amulet in yours, not a rocket or like missiles.
I don't know, she has good taste, what can I say?
You don't have a cool gun rack with swords.
She puts a bunch of rockets inside one of the bags of holdings for Kelly to have fun with. Like,
Rocket launcher for Kelly. That's like the best imagery ever.
powder keg, guys. I can't, you know. Listen.
Let me just go lift a couple of things from my boss that I'm getting ready to, like, you know, betray.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
She's like, these are the fucking paradoxes. This is my play. Alright? Like, this is my opportunity.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I
That
gotta-
whole Epsilon thing has been shit on, evidently, because the entire mall has been collapsed upon, so that entire lead is gone. The whole thing going on with Pridwin's Manor and investigations into Shutterspace is kind of her only thing. Alright? And, like, she mentioned why she was researching Epsilon. She hasn't mentioned why she's helping you with this thing, because they're unrelated. Alright? Like, what the fuck does... She asked herself, what does Pridwin's place have to do with Epsilon? And you're like, that was the biggest, you know, side track that we've ever had. You know? And, but she said that her interests were in Epsilon. That whole lead is now gone, and yet for some reason she's choosing to be a part and help make a move to betray her boss right now while you guys are doing this thing.
And she started looking to take the shutter space. So my mind goes on to. She was looking to take the shutter space to use for herself, so that she could go different timelines and see if, and her way of viewing the different, you know, since she's already familiar with this technology. So it's either she's gonna try to take it from us when we get to that point, or use it herself, jump in, and then.
We're gonna find out here pretty soon.
Probably trying to get cabin position is all I'm guessing.
Yeah. I mean, also, again, it's the case of you like, if she's working for some people who are interested in us and know about shutter space and time travel and stuff like that, it would be freaking pretty useful if you could send a freaking future person with us to the past in our own timeline.
Right. Again, you know, the Allegiance with the fucking box would probably be the thing.
Mm-hmm. Fucking 7-layer dip we got right here.
It's like, we can just keep trying to unpack it, but it's just gonna get different layers and it'll have different flavors. Let's just eat right now, okay?
Exactly. I mean, I'm not opposed to her coming with us. We need her. I'm just saying, when we get there, and probably when we get to that crucial point when we finally get to the device, just be cautious.
Mhm.
As usual, but extra cautious. 'Cause, yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
Come on, T.
Tina.
Once I have my TA, I will be ready
Mhm.
for this.
Gotcha.
Because we'll be wrapping up the, you know,
Plan phase and
pre-planning
phase
here, and then
action
it's
phase.
just you guys coasting on through with a police escort all the way to the front entrance into Pridwin's Manor. And what's sure to be a very tough fight.
Yep. Two-part fight.
With possible unknown allegiances mixed in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, no, it's one of those things of I probably won't bring up the blood thing in a sync of were you hurt recently until, you know, we're actually in that escort on the way there.
Yeah. Yeah, to the
So that way she's now committed fully to what we're doing.
You can't run away from here. She just flips out the
Right,
window.
it's one of
What
those
the
things where
fuck?
she's gonna put the fucking guns and shit that she stole back
Yeah.
left on that escort, so
the whole scene where point the guns at like, alright, spill your beans. But just with words. Cause now you're locked in with us.
I gotta
right,
say,
just make her commit to it by, you know, giving us the shit that she stole.
I really have to say though, we haven't had a solid Mashad mic cut out in a while, but when he got the 18 points of lightning in his gauntlet, that was fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
I was excited. Okay.
Gosh.
That is some valuable information. That's really cool information.
As you spend a whole bunch of time studying a phone charging end table. I love it. It's such an alien thing to do. It's such like a time traveler thing to do.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
Let me see your table, what?
This future technology is amusing. I shall take this with me.
Take me to your chargers.
Yeah, take me to your sciences. Those definitely those wellhouse. It's funny. That's okay, but that's fucking interesting. Okay. So I wonder if I absorb any more batteries or what happened.
I laugh at the idea that both charges will blow up in your face.
Yes.
Well, from what I can tell, this thing can hold ridiculous amount. It has a ridiculous capacity, so it would have to be something ridiculously powerful, enough energy to overload the gauntlet, which has almost a bottomless capacity. So, I'm just
yeah.
curious how
I'm gonna go ahead and mention that the high or low guess determines whether or not that thing inputs or outputs the energy that
It would have drained you if it was anything else.
If you were to have it happen with that, then it would deal the damage to the table.
Oh,
Mhm.
interesting.
I mean, having that table is important, especially when we have the fucking cell phones being brought back. So I'm just saying.
That's interesting, though. Huh.
We're like, can we take this? We say putting the table in a bag of holding. You know, just, you know, probably not gonna be using it. You're not gonna be staying here anymore, right?
Yeah. Slowly taking the table.
Right? Just saying.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the bag of holding can't open that.
I don't think you can fit
a
you can't fit a table in a bag of holding. You need a portable hole for something.
You
like
mean
that.
we can't break it apart? Starts rubbing hands together. Ah!
No, you only needed the parts, right?
I know what I'm doing. I'm a scientist. I've done science before.
Imagine, like, she's trying to eat Chinese food and we just see somebody, like, fucking taking apart her furniture.
So,
Interesting.
while I'm waiting for my tea to steep, we'll just RP through this section here. It's the doorbell, or as there's a knock on the door, rather, and you see this pimply-faced teenager with a red, greasy baseball cap stained with pizza stains, and he's got a single pizza box in his hands, and he's kind of just like pacing. He's got some big, bulky headphones on, and seems to be listening to music.
Who was that, Babette?
Pizza.
You see Rosemary's Pizzeria on his cap.
She'll open the door.
So kind of just leaning on the wall, kind of looking.
As you open it, there's a pop of bubble gum as they blow this bubble, and they just hold it out and a little too loudly go, "All right, one delivery of pineapple pizza. Here you go. Enjoy." And he stands there, his hands out.
How much do I owe?
Oh, what? No, you're right. I think it was already paid for.
Perfect, thank you.
Just real quick,
Closes.
detect magic on it. Any magical thing on it?
On the
On
box?
the pizza. Yeah.
It is. Well, the box is closed, so the box itself is not appear magical. It smells deliciously of pizza.
Like thin cardboard would cover what's inside it, though. From detect magic.
Yeah.
Opens the lid.
Still just looks like a regular old pizza box.
I don't trust
Smells
it.
delicious.
I don't trust it.
Has a little bit of a stain on the top of it from another pizza box that was sitting on top of it.
Listen,
Hey, Babette, can
What's
you
not
lay
to
down the
trust? It's
floor?
Smells deliciously of pineapple.
Can like those like you see those like those nose like crinkling because you really like to smell pineapple. But it's like, can you put on the floor real quick?
Don't put it on
Or
the
how
floor,
about
put it on the counter.
Right.
Not-
Or ask Freyna if she bought pizza recently.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
why would I
Rena.
buy pizza if I had ordered Xiaolon?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Put it on the ground real quick.
is it a bomb?
Just not on the ground, on a counter.
Does the
No, if it's going to explode, I'd rather not have it around
Put it in
us.
the bathroom.
I would
It's
go in there,
not-
but I noticed blood in there. I didn't want to go in there.
How does food explode? Talking nonsense.
Nonsense. It should be perfectly clean. I cleaned it just this morning.
It was.
Her eyes
it
like
was,
darted.
It was in the drain. I noticed it when I was using the bathroom earlier.
I nicked myself while I was shaving in the tub.
That just opens the box.
As you open it, there is a delicious looking pineapple pizza there. It's just steaming right out of the box and everything. But on the inside of the lid, you can see that there are what appear to be runes around the corners of it. It's a printed design.
Okay,
So it
okay.
looks faded. It's almost like you wouldn't even notice it right away, but you notice it immediately, Zale. Because you do detect magic coming off of it. It's divination, and the pizza itself is actually giving off illusion magic, and there is text on the box, and it says, "The black lily floats upon the pond." Printed right on the inside.
Did the Black Lily steal the pizza?
So, was that in the comic book?
Give me an Arcana check as you're looking at this box. Cac, you can give it to me as well at advantage because it's food related.
31.
Keeping it warm.
Cat
I'll-
got 27. So
I'll give Kek some guidance
Okay.
because I know he likes this food. What's happening here, Kek? Oh, okay.
And I'd imagine human influence on Kek just for the shit and giggles. I want to
Yes,
hire his out.
yes, go for it.
We're
go
trying
for
to
it.
calm Kek down.
Is they're trying to keep Kak from eating this box of pizza, alright? And instead observe it first. Kak, your instincts sharpen, and the influence of your human ally is imparted upon you. And what did you end up with?
Another D4.
He needs one more D4.
1d4. 130.
It should be
30.
coming.
30. Almost beat.
Okay. Okay. And the two of you both recognize that this is, first of all, multi-layered and highly efficiently printed, like a spell scroll, but probably mass-produced. It is printed on the inside of these things. First, it has a divination inscription that actually keeps it from being able to be scryed or recognized as a magical effect. And secondly, the word on the inside is a command phrase to deactivate the illusion of the pizza.
Hand phrase?
It will turn the pizza into something that's not a pizza, into whatever it was before it was illusioned.
Okay. Babette,
Can see
Put
the
on the-
writing on.
You can see the words, yes. The
Okay.
words are in common.
Babette, can you put the pizza down just in case, please? Because that's not a pizza.
Okay. And she's gonna put the pizza down and say the words.
The pizza down. Alright. As you say, the black lily floats upon the pond. Suddenly, the pizza instantly disappears, and in its place, you see instead an arrangement of what look to be 10 identical earpieces. And in the middle, there appear to be what look to be almost like sticker patches, right? They're like small rectangular or square rather cuts of paper that have like a thin layer that you peel off, right, to like lay the image onto something, except for it's not a sticker or like a fake, it almost looks like a fake layover tattoo, right? Those are giving off all of those items in the box are giving off magic. Specifically, the earpieces are giving off divination magic. And there are 3 patches that are on there. One that is giving off illusion, one that is giving off transmutation, and one that is giving off enchantment. The one you could give me, there are no instructions in here, unfortunately. You'd have to give me investigation checks to figure out what the fuck that actually is. The earpieces are simple. When you put them up, you immediately identify that they're communication devices.
Yeah, Zell puts it on, and Zell gives one to Babette. It's like, transfer him quick.
Of course.
They're safe. And kind of taps it and talks to Babette.
Do I hear the feedback in my ear?
Yes, you do. You also hear yourself backing back into it. Like, evidently it picks up like a small radius around you.
That is useful. Very useful.
Did you
Yeah,
order earpieces right now?
This is not me.
Yeah.
Oh.
I will do an investigation check if anybody wants to
She's
help
gonna
me
look
with
at
this.
the rosemary and stuff. Is there like a drawing or symbols on the logo itself?
No, it's actually a really boring looking box. It's like a plain red font that's slightly arched that just says Rosemary's Pizzeria. There's no symbol, no nothing. It's the most basic looking pizza box you've ever seen.
Maybe pizza industry's spies as well.
Yeah, and Babette's also going to call Eliza over to try and help her figure out what the stickers are.
Okay.
Wait,
Disappointed it's not pizza.
is
I
it the
told you-
same box that we saw in
It is the same box.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, so there's not like premium pizza the delivery that has things transferred in them?
No,
Gotcha.
as far as it looks, the boxes look identical.
Gotcha,
but his
gotcha.
definitely had pizza in it. Really old pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well then.
roll to 15.
Okay. Was that
Eliza.
okay? Let me roll for her real quick.
She does her own with advantage and human influence.
Okay.
24 plus.
Oh, baby.
Nice. Eliza points out that based off of those magical assertions and the fact that they're layovers, probably means that they operate probably very similar to a potion of some sort. As far as like what they actually do, you're uncertain, but she does know that laying it on doesn't activate it, so it probably attunes you to it, but doesn't actually require attunement, right?
So
Once
that'll
it's
take-
once it's patched onto you, you then understand how they work, but you can't take the patch off once you've done it. So one of them's illusion based, transmutation, and enchantment.
Okay, so they'll pick up the transportation one.
Okay.
I think the illusion one should go to you, Babette.
Unless it does what I already can do.
Illusion? I mean, I
I
think
would
yours is more
assume
enchantment.
For changing yourself.
Could be. Or it can be from invisibility. That's also illusion.
Eliza will take it.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Babette was offered to
Mhm.
Eliza.
Yeah, shoot, I was gonna suggest that too. It's like, don't be there.
And Kek, do you want enchantment? Kek? Oh no.
He's
Kek is
flabbergasted.
gone!
He's flabbergasted. It's not real pizza. No! Ace, we can't hear you.
Oh,
Feel like
there we go.
There we go.
Yeah!
Yes.
We'd like the enchantment one.
Yeah, right.
Alright, pass the enchantment one.
Not even pizza. I told you it wasn't a bomb though.
Listen, it's
You
called.
can
It's not,
place it anywhere on your body.
Yeah, just so it placed on his, just kind of right by his step.
All right. As you kind of put it on there, the paper on it actually fades away, and you see that there's almost like a slight like coolness to it, and it is now part of you. You took the transmutation one?
Yeah.
The transmutation will end up giving you the effect of an enlarge spell.
God.
And you can, by the way, activate these things as free actions. It's like an object interaction. It is very quick.
Okay.
Putting the patch on takes a bonus action, but it takes an object interaction to be able to interact with it.
how long to take it off? Just because I'm curious.
It doesn't get taken off. It will fade after 1 day
Okay.
if you haven't used it. If you use it, then the effect will end either in an hour or with a bonus action.
Okay.
So you can like peel it off, and that's your bonus action. But it can't be rebonded back onto you after you've done that. It's ruined.
Is it okay? So it's single use then.
Yes, single use. Once it's done, it's done.
Right, and now that Zelda transmutation went on, that's his only option now. Unless
Yeah.
he puts on more than one.
Yeah, so it'll put you underneath the effect of an enlarged spell. It also has a secondary effect of giving you a pool of temp HP. But I haven't seen that. I'm not at my computer right now, so but I think that it's like a roll of like it's not a huge one. I think it's like 2d6 or something like that. It might be 2d4.
And this is like that's
So
cool.
the illusion one does actually cast greater invisibility on yourself.
Fuck you, that's nice.
And the enchantment one can cast charm person, and also whenever you cast charm person, it can end a charm effect that happens on you. So if you get charmed in any way, you can use this to end the charm and cast charm person in the same action.
Okay.
Oh, man. Oh.
Yeah, how many more of each of the things
That-
were there?
That was those. That was it. Those were the 3 patches that came in the box.
Oh,
And then there
transmutation would
was,
have been fun. Anyway, continue.
and then
Werewolf,
the tin
enlarged
that
werewolf
has
cell.
that, which is again activating the earpieces is also an object interaction.
Okay, cool.
And you can hear people that are within 10 feet of you as well get picked up on it.
Ooh, so people can do like an impromptu spine?
Yes,
I
you can
gotcha.
use it to like, slyly activate it with like, a sleight of hand of trying to
Yeah.
like pretend that you're like just, scratching your ear or tucking a strand of hair
And
behind
the
it.
group will
that's
hear what's
nice.
going on both sides. Person who's
Mhm.
going in,
that's
person who they're talking
nice.
to. Nice.
Oh, that's so good for like bot bet. Ooh.
Alright.
Cause you can just get into enemy territory and then like list it in then like the strategy or combat bit or like a weak point. Damn, that's nice.
So, I think we all agree that it is called ananas and not pineapple.
Oh,
right?
I forgot to mention one slice of the pizza is actually a real slice of pizza. So most of the pizza disappeared except for one slice of
Yeah,
it.
something had to come with the smell, It's an illusion,
Yes,
but the
that's what I
smell was
saw.
still, it's not major illusion.
That bet has the cack.
Yeah. She's staring at the pineapple. It's not called pineapple. Okay?
Cac, do you eat the pizza, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna need you to join me in whispers.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh no!
It was information on it.
Oh fuck.
Oh, so good.
Oh, goodness gracious. Enlarged werewolf still. Oh my god.
I mean, I'm just saying, Necrotic Shroud and Large Disarmament would have been better. With Divine Smites.
But I could be a werewolf.
Everybody. No.
And of course, if Disarmament actually does take a lot of hits, I mean, the temp HP would have been good.
I mean, it's only like it's probably gonna be like a 2d4, so
Yeah,
it's like 8.
We honestly really
Yeah,
didn't
average
know what
7
these
days.
things did. I don't even know if an identify would have helped.
I
with
mean,
it.
Identify should have to do the surface things.
Well, I'm also gonna waste a spell slot for it. Just find out.
I'm gonna stick this on me and see what happens. Oh no, you're addicted to nicotine. Oh.
Yep. Nicotine patch. And that's what's thinking immediately too. Huh.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab something to eat.
2d4 in each hit. Oh. That was quick.
He's still sitting in there. Oh no.
He's chewing over the details.
Gak's just chewing away, and then he sort of, while he's chewing, he sort of just tilts his head slightly. Chews and chews.
Is that an interesting taste?
Mm. Yes.
It is a magnificent fruit. It just has a really strange name that I don't agree with. I'm just saying.
Mm.
Being mad, okay?
Mm. The matter? No, not at all.
Mm.
Just listening. He just keeps chewing and chewing.
Listening to the pizza.
Okay.
Oh, don't be dumb. Pizza doesn't talk.
Insight fucking check.
Right, it's weird that he hasn't inhaled this food yet.
Yeah. 21.
It looks like he's eating and listening.
Well, no one's talking to.
And when he finishes, he'll just, that was good. I have to figure out how to make that when we get back home. Oh, yes, that's right. So, certain someone, old lady we're familiar with, flower, herb, rosemary. Yes. This is a gift from her, apparently, and she wants us to return home soon, or some such, and tell her all about our adventure.
I knew it.
Wait, what?
Nan is super powerful. I feel so vindicated right now.
Powerful
Yes.
enough to see across different dimensions and
Yes,
time.
maybe. Who knows?
Who knows? Yes.
Grands
Either
are-
way,
Yeah.
it's best we get moving because I think she really wants us to tell her all about what happened.
Okay. Anyways.
Huh.
See,
Alright.
Babette, can Babette also just see, like, is Cac leaving anything out there?
Nans and Grands just know best, guys. Everybody needs to understand this.
Give me an insight check.
I bet rolled 13, which I'm pretty sure Cax has to be something there.
Yeah. Nope, I'm just chewing over the food. Seems to be telling what he heard.
Huh.
Being good old Cac.
Well, that's interesting. Huh.
Babette just shrugs.
Strikes too.
All right.
Well,
Mm.
interdimensional grandma, that's a... No, I ain't surprised at this point.
Listen, I can speak to my Gran. What can Nan not do?
Well, it looks like she can freaking know interdimensional time travel and
Mhm.
know exactly where we're at, so I mean, I guess that's something.
Well, I believe the paradoxes in every time seem to have their sleeve. I'm gonna go and confirm the one trick we've got up our arse. We'll pull up around front in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Alright. So, I think everybody should put on the earpieces.
Are we like in a zone of truth her or something? She whispers over to Zarman leaning.
I don't think that would be needed.
Okay, yeah, I figured.
She seemed heavily distraught that I noticed the blood.
Yeah. Just making sure. You know, some people like
And
to
of course,
think
when Zarman says notice the blood, he does the air quotes.
Yeah. Yeah. Gives you a scratch in the back of your neck. I'm just figuring, you know,
Well, I mean, we just wait until she's fully committed to this, because of course, it's definitely a personal reason based off the bed.
What is?
Doorbell?
I think it's that elevator. Maybe, right?
Look out.
And of course, assuming people grabbed everything or didn't, Zarma would put shit in bag of holding if whatever didn't get grabbed.
Yeah.
Grab some of the kitchen implements. That might be interesting. I mean, she's not gonna come back to here, so. She just raids some of the counters if there's any.
And
like,
of course, I don't know if anybody mentioned they went to actually get the missiles from the back room.
No, she did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Zal goes like, on the earpiece. Alright, it's time to leave. We gotta get downstairs.
Okay. Alright,
Okay. Yeah, Zarma would have pocketed everything he could, and of course, if Hanu handed him something weird from the kitchen, he wouldn't have noticed.
yeah,
so
she's just...
Yeah, Zal's like, we're leaving.
Okay.
Yep, we're leaving.
That was
Because the elevator is doing weird shit, and then we know when weird shit happens. So.
Alright, let's go.
We're told
Yep,
like
head
10 minutes.
downstairs.
Okay, sure.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. We were
Yep.
supposed to wait.
The elevator music suddenly shifts
Oh.
changes, and the doors ding shut, and when they open back up, the lights are out on the other side, and standing there underneath the flickering silhouette, it's Gonzo! Let's get
Yep.
garden!
I'm over downstairs.
Did we,
I need
give Anna an earpiece?
No, yeah?
Well,
Did we have
you-
enough?
You haven't gotten to them yet. They're still at the vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
so we
have
would have
10.
given Rena one.
Yeah, so we give each other one, so then we just go on. Yeah. Sounds like, yep, he
Yeah, so
tells
then
her
in the
to leave.
earpiece, we're saying, we're in trouble.
Suddenly, you see as cables break out from his broken body that looks like it's still shattered from the last time you fought him, and several of the broken wires spring out. And I need Zarman and Kak to give me real quick Constitution saving throws as these cords suddenly hit into you and electrical shocks start to go through your body, and you have to overcome this momentary electricity to be able to pull it off of you before it does serious damage.
Yeah, plus 3 to Cax con save.
All right.
25.
Mhm.
27. Two
All
best
right.
people to do it on.
Yeah, no, they into you, and give me just a second. The damage is half. As you manage to rip it off, a few stray sparks going off across your armor and across your fur, and you take 10 points of lightning damage. And as that happens, I need both of you to give me wisdom saving throw.
Plus 3 10.
Hey.
Nice.
24 for Cax,
Alright.
18 for Zarma.
You succeed, overcoming the tear and the abstract impossible horror of an animatronic video game character hunting you down, and you rush down the stairs, patter, patter, patter. You break into or you enter in through a door into like a wider lane that connects to one of the other staircases, and patterned on the other staircases is Arthur pulling up the rear. With ahead of him is Maya and Kelly, and
And I'd imagine Libbenfee was somewhere. in
yes,
this mess.
we were in the middle of all of that. Same with Eliza.
It's like, as Zell said, we're leaving, and we immediately
Yeah.
just like went.
Yep, the big boys took up the rear, and as like all of the small nimble characters like rushed out through the narrow hallway side by side, you made your way down through the hallways and through the stairs. They get that, like, they meet your eyes as they meet you on the landing, and there's that silent recognition of, shit, you must have seen shit again. All right, let's go. And as you rush down out into the lobby, there's still a couple of the police officers that you, Zarman, had met on your way in. And they kind of, you recognize Babette, are all like very purposely not looking at you guys. And there's a couple of police cars, 3 of them pulled up at the curb, and the doors are open with them, and you guys are split into this group. Now, you pile into these cars with about 4 of you in each of them, and
Did we see which one? Zarma would purposely try to go to one if Reyna's in one.
who else is in the car with Reyna?
That would probably want to be.
Babette. Okay, so
Yeah,
Zarman
so-
and Babette, that's 2 others.
Yeah. I mean, just put Eliza in there.
Eliza.
She's a red
And-
insight.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's,
one more.
she's good at figuring out lies, anyways.
You have potential for 1 more. That would be if you're tight squeezing it. One of the cars can have 1 less person in it.
Okay. I guess
So
I'll
it
go in
could be.
the same car.
All right. So it's Babette, Zarman, Eliza, and Zale all going in that vehicle. All right. As the rest of you all climb into the other vehicles, Kak, you end up taking up the one that has 1 less person into it, so you have a little bit more room in your vehicle.
Wait a second, Abe! Hunter
Um,
yells.
they're
Is he in the garbage truck?
there is actually a ambulance pulling up behind.
I mean, obviously,
One
Kak would
in
need to
the
be in the
back.
ambulance with Abe.
Hell
Yeah, if you can ride in the back of the ambulance.
Yes,
with it.
definitely.
All right.
Who's that good boy?
Yeah.
Oh my! This is glorious.
I mean, it's a good thing the
EMT
hospital's
on
in
the
that area.
inside goes, I've seen a lot of weird things on my days in the business, but this definitely takes the cake.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just don't go stealing any of the drugs out of the back cabinet. And he gets into the vehicle, lights turn on, all the doors close, and you peel off into the streets. It is currently about 2 in the afternoon. You end up driving for the better part of the next 45 minutes, taking a very long, circuitous highway route. Like, it loops around on these, like, just long stretches of concrete ramps that seem to just twist and twist up around a city that has gotten higher and higher and until you are at least 5, probably 600 feet above the ground, driving across this ramp between these skyscrapers that are, just glass and concrete monoliths. There's no snow that's settled up at this altitude, and the fog is far down below. So you actually get the first glimpses of the actual sun. And it's a crystal clear, somewhat chilly day.
In terms of the escort, is Reyna driving or is somebody else?
Reyna is the one driving in your view.
No, okay.
So you be in the passenger seat then, Zarman.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing is making sure there isn't any of those gangsters in here.
Yeah, and the garbage truck was following, right?
No, the garbage truck got left behind, and everybody is piled into
Gotcha.
separate cars.
Yeah, she would have been
Okay.
in the one with Kelly and just showing her the rocket launcher, like, in the pocket, like, hey, guess what I got?
All right.
Hand it
you
over to her.
managed to. There were 3 rockets in the back there.
Yeah, okay.
So
Nice.
I trust you with this. Do me proud.
If only I could have gotten Buster 2.0 over here. But I suppose this is a good consolation prize.
Mm-hmm.
A rocket launcher, hell yeah.
And
Bitches love rocket launchers.
Yeah.
Bitches love rocket launchers.
as we drive across this highway, there's no radio or anything on. Your guys' vehicles, like, they've got the radio on. You can hear music playing and stuff, you know, the latest hits from, you know, the 80s and the 70s. And, but she drives in silence. And as the silence
Which,
goes
after
on-
a certain period, Simon would start with it. Are they able to hear us right now, or?
is who able to hear?
Leviathan?
No.
Okay, I'm still not sure how these camera things work. I don't know if it's similar to the scrying Hanu keeps talking about.
Somewhat. Only more sustained, but also more limited.
Mm. I just
did you
wanted to
wish?
ask a little bit more personal of, is there anyone special to you?
One could say that mine is a lonely life.
I'll be upfront with you. When they were saying things that they knew, they had looked in your room and noticed 2 beds.
When I was part of the Order of Saint's Blood during my first deployments, I acted as a field medic. I'm no doctor, but I've patched my fair share of bullet wounds. Sometimes I make myself useful to the Leviathan members that found themselves at the wrong end of a gun.
You talking out her ass?
Give me an
Eliza-
insight
Yeah,
check.
Eliza can tell us a lie.
yeah, Eliza's there.
Yeah.
Eliza just do it at advantage.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
We're all proficient in fucking insight.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're all proficient.
You guys give me insights for whether or not you can silently pick up what she determines.
There. No,
Get that human influence on Eliza. Bump that shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah. D4. 26. So I'm 20. I don't know. What
27.
Yeah.
All right. So, Eliza, as well, Babette, you pick it up on your own as well. Zale and Zarman, you managed to suss it out by picking up the nods and the looks from Eliza and Babette, but that is not true. Like, she's probably never revealed her. The field medic part is true.
Right.
But the using her skills to patch up Leviathan members is not true.
It's false, yeah. So.
What was the Leviathan member's name? I think you've recently used some medical supplies in the bathroom.
His name was Arthur. Says.
Del, you see Del just like in the back, just like I knew it face.
Babette, like she could probably suss out that Babette's like smirking.
Yeah.
Oh, Cab. Okay, that's who it was.
I'm sorry.
okay.
Who?
Cab. He hates the name Arthur.
Cal, you mean?
Well,
Yeah.
Cal, Cab, whatever he went by. I was already
Mm.
tired at the time when I first saw him. He was actually actively fighting with us when Fox was messing with us at the mall.
I've
After some
never
point during the
met a
fighting, we lost.
cab or a cab.
I mean, she lying for the sort of disciple checks.
She is committing to her lie. You can tell.
Okay. Eliza would probably call out by now. Be like,
Yeah.
lying.
That's a nice lie you got there. Too bad it's shit.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, we actually do care about Cal and all that. But you know, you can tell us straight.
Give me a
Said-
persuasion check.
And
And
Advantage.
just, I was about to say something that she said, like, you know, we're telling our darkest secrets and we're going to the battlefield. We need trust between us.
Right. You said
So-
persuasion.
Yep.
Persuasion advantage.
23, and I'd assume human influence or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
25.
All right. What's the DC for it?
Hell yeah.
Indeed.
Nice.
She looks at the mirror on the side of her car and not at you guys, just between the mirror and the road ahead as she speaks. When I was talking about the mistakes that I've made, the horrible things that I've done, there's one specific thing that I can never outrun. And it's what I did to that poor boy.
Zarman looks at her very intently. But of course, with empathetic.
You asked when I joined the Order of Saints. I didn't. I said my entire life, which is true. But the trajectory of my life is not a conventional one. There are decades that I was not here. One could say that I am something of a time traveler myself. And long ago, during the war, we were at a temple, one of the necropolises in Iran. We found out that it was connected to another temple, a ziggurat hidden in Nethopoli. When we crossed that bridge, we found a woman in stasis. I cut Cal right out of his mother's body. And then I gave him to Barak. Her as meteors. Right in the rearview mirror. Right at you in the back seat.
Mhm. Is he from our time?
not certain what time it is that you come from. No, I do not believe so.
We believe his mother was desecrated. Because we actually saw into a scrying bowl of that location. But I don't think how it was arranged afterwards was your doing. And then, of course, Sarman looks at her as a, was it?
I don't know what it is that you speak, but even if I wasn't guilty of that crime, I am guilty of many others.
But you don't have to hide Cal from us. If he wanted to come with us, it's fine. I was actually expecting that even before this situation.
Oh, Cal will show up. It's what he does. In fact, I'm certain he's probably already on his way there.
We'll look after him. But I'm more concerned about you now, too. What are you planning to do after betraying Leviathan?
Well, there are other research facilities. The Epsilon facility is just one of a vast network that spans the entire globe. I have other leads.
It will take a long time to find Penance, but at least know you're doing him as much good as you can. We'll watch him.
Careful with him. There's a dangerousness about him.
Oh, we know that dangerousness very well.
He's actually one of the more interesting things about what's going on in the world. He's not the first one we've met, and probably won't be the last.
You guys peel down through this ramp, come off onto a street down near street level again, winding down and down like a corkscrew until you get out ground level. And the snow lays out across the sidewalks in gray slush, which splashes out across the sidewalk in front of a very familiar hospital with its rose bushes lining around it like a wall of thorns. Vehicles open, you step out, see the rest of your allies piling out of their vehicles. There's like a brief little moment where waiting for the few people that were standing at the top of the hospital steps talking to each other, some nurses and doctors that go inside throwing away some cigarettes, and then in that brief emptiness of the streets, you open up the back of the ambulance and out spills the abomination, which hides quickly behind the said rosebush. Reyna glances at the group. She doesn't hesitate. And walks right around through the garden path until you get to white colored roses.
Yeah, and as we're going around, Zarman's close behind her, but if he can make eye contact with Arthur, Zarman will just wink at Arthur.
Zarman winking? What?
Arthur just looks really confused, and then this is it.
She
We should through all at once.
she pulls out the banner, unfolds it to its max height.
The Luxface is fucking gauntlet.
Okay.
Choom.
I will cast Freedom of Movement on Abe.
Yeah, Zarman looks around for if Cal's
me?
around.
What? Oh, on
Looking
Echo
around, you
Vision.
do not see Cal.
All of us. Anyway.
Do you guess we're gonna move on?
I think we're suggesting that I put it on Abe. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
we do.
Abe, yeah. So I'll just
Mm-hmm.
give Abe
Okay.
a good pat on the shoulder, what I think is a shoulder, and be like, don't let them tie you down.
Yep. Do you do the fucking bonus section?
Mhm.
All right.
Beautiful.
And let's clarify on what you're getting at this. As it fully extended, this magical emblazoned battle banner reinforces the Verger, stands up to 10 feet tall, and all allies are going to now gain a +3 bonus to your initiative.
Then it goes into the charges if you can use a bonus action to charge.
Yeah.
Yes, Zale, you're activating your thing, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay.
Everybody advantage around me.
Give me a second. Alright. Going to move tokens onto the battle map.
It's a fucking
Okay, I had to mute that. Ow.
Yeah, I was expecting that.
Oh, fuck. I'm like, oh, fuck. Not this again.
Owie.
Oh, those are sounds.
Okay, I barely turned them up. Okay, I heard that weird bounce thing. That was weird.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no, your mic.
What happened?
Hold
I
on.
mean, of course, it's when this combat starts. It's when his house literally blows up. What the fuck? Holy shit.
That was amazing timing.
I mean, out of all the times for it to be funny.
Man, we're all getting serious, getting ready, and we're all getting game things and that shit out.
Then proceeds to get raped.
Oh.
Oh, that might be good. Hold on. I have you at 9%, and I walked away from my mouse. Shit.
Mm. Hit your back now.
Oh, yep. That's better.
That was
I mean, out of all the times
hilarious.
to get ear raped, that was perfect timing.
That was so perfect. That definitely loosened us up, so we're not so nervous going in here. Cause that was funny, man. Oh, goodness gracious.
That was fucking funny.
Yeah. How much was the temp HP, by the way?
Oh, okay, yeah, I have to roll for that.
Yeah, this is a roll.
It is 2d6.
Average
Which
is
roll?
7. Just do it. 5.
I'll take it.
Not awful.
I'll refresh the page. Our name thing spells gamers.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
You ready, gamers?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to. That was hilarious. I'm still laughing. The timing is perfect.
Anybody doing any summon things, like, or, you know, casting any preparatory spells before you step through here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, just to know who's all with us, it's like everybody, like Sonera and all that, right?
Yeah, I'm dropping them all
So,
out now that
Do
everything's loaded finally.
you want me to cast Death Ward on anybody?
Maybe.
I mean, honestly, Zarman's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Darwin's fine.
I do have it prepped. I don't know.
Oh, fucking nice. Alright. So I'm just pressing my Crimson Right. That's fucking nice. Lucky that's on that. That's
And of
it.
course, you can do the enlarge thing as like a free action, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna pop it yet.
I just
No.
don't remember the duration, so I just found it.
It's different because it's a patch.
Oh,
It's an hour.
yeah. Okay.
So werewolf form plus that is gonna last a long time. They pop me. So
Okay.
Oh,
The map's
okay.
almost loaded.
yeah, I'm really fun with that. Yeah, and then also as a because that was a bonus action. As action, I'm gonna cast blur on myself.
Yeah. And as we get there, I'll pop out Steve.
Cast
Steve!
that blur on myself.
I cast Death Ward on Steve!
I mean, honestly, that would be pretty funny on use a 4th level spell to extend his 4th level just ever so slightly longer.
Go!
I mean, if we put Death Ward on somebody, it would have to be somebody who'd go down very easily or somebody who's up front, so I mean, Kak would be a good option.
That's a...
Jack would go
why me?
down easily.
What are you talking about?
Wow.
I feel so insulted right now.
I mean, you did just get chipped before even coming here, too.
Yeah, but I'm fine.
Yeah, I kind of like a bigger cushion on Kak, personally. He's our DPS, I'll be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So. Give Kak a very reassuring shoulder pat. Death Ward.
Okay, my map finally loaded.
Yeah.
So,
mine's struggling
freedom of
again.
movement on Abe, Death Ward on Kak.
Oh shit, when did Wanderer show up?
Yeah, he was there when you guys rushed out from Barney's place in the morning.
So we just look.
Right, and
someone
then there's
you-
Hoenn too? I
you-
thought he was catnapping.
No, Hoen's not in here. I was trying to delete him.
Ah,
I think
okay,
it takes
okay.
forever. Wait, he is deleted now, right? Where'd he
Yeah,
go?
he's,
Yeah,
he's-
okay, good.
Bebet has her
Uh,
daggers.
I gotta refresh again.
mm.
And of course, everybody's topped off and healed off from their long rest, right?
Hmm.
Is this Eliza needs to be healed?
Yeah, Eliza isn't, but she is.
Yeah. Yeah, she stopped up, but she's level 9, so she needs to improve her health too. And so's Lib.
Yeah, if Sarah didn't already level her up.
Yeah, all of the NPCs are to be.
Does Bard get level 9? They just get 5th level spells too. Oh, that's right, Lib has 5th level spells.
Alright.
Okay, my thing updated.
So there is now an initiative encounter for you guys to roll in.
A lot of guys.
I noticed Tarana and Kelly need to be healed, and Fee.
and
Kelly,
and
I
Libby.
never got
Am
those
I
letters
okay?
during the conversation, so give me a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, we're just healing out now.
Oh yeah, that's
I
a
like
lot.
how the law mage got the top initiative. The literal leader of the thing got top initiative.
Obviously.
It's great.
In terms of what Summer would do on the way in, what spells do I even got right now?
I got advantage.
Some of that slightly changed.
And just remember to add +3. There we go.
And you guys doing this prep of what you're doing before you lay in is how we're ending this session. We're going to start next session with the charge.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
you have time to go over all of your details and stuff right now.
Okay. When you upcast Bless, you can target more people, right? Okay, yeah.
I'm just having us pre-roll the initiative so everything is set and ready to go.
Abe's going too fast. Slow down.
Abe has +3, so he's actually 21.
Yeah, he's going too fast. He needs to slow down.
Oh wait, I was supposed to add
Sorry.
+3 to my initiative?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
no?
see at 30.
We get +3 from the banner.
Jesus.
So, and then we can charge.
It's alright. Abe will just wait.
30.
Yeah. Zarman's at 21 too. No, it's at 22. He's at same with Zell.
Well, did you already upgrade Zell's initiative?
Yeah, I already did it.
Oh god,
just roll-
Zell, Hanu, and Zarvan are all on the same wavelength right now.
Yeah, no, we're
Oh wait,
most of our team is up on our initiative really high.
And then
Yeah,
there's
actually-
Kak. I'm kidding.
I'm actually at
Yeah.
29. I don't know why, but my initiative got funky. My modifier added one.
What
okay.
is your dex plus your charisma?
It's +7. For some reason, it was at 8.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus, you have +10 on the initiative roll. So what did you roll?
No, like that first initiative roll had the +8.
Okay. Yeah. So it'd been regardless.
Yeah,
'cause
so
it
I'm
adds
not
to
quite
10
at 30
anyways.
initiative. I'm actually at 29 initiative.
29. Zell's at 22. Zarman's at 22.
Dang banner.
Hanu's at 22. Zell, Hanu, and Zarman all go at the same
We're
time.
going.
This
Let's
is
go.
awesome. Dude, this banner rocks.
Yeah, I'm just debating what level of bless I should cast because I don't want to do a third. I'm just between a second or a first level of bless cast.
Second's 4 targets. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, 4 people with +1d4 to attacks and saves would be great.
Yeah. That'd be amazing.
Or I could do just a first level and only 3 people. But I think we have 4 people who would appreciate it the most between like Zell, Zarman, Babette, and Eliza, right?
Yeah.
Because
Four.
just
I mean-
helping the rogues land their hits would probably be good.
hmm
Yeah.
And
only
Babette
want
making
saves.
saves. If she fails a mental one, she's taking damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Having
Zarman will then cast Bless second level, so that way Eliza, Babette, Zarman, and Zell all have Bless.
Alright.
Well, we're gonna need to adjust the order that we appeared in. So who would have been the first and second and third?
So probably. Oh, that's a good question. Because Abe's at 21, so Abe's right below us.
Abe will be delaying.
Okay.
I can't have him go that much faster than me.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Abe too
I'm just letting you
strong.
know, Abe is a larger creature than you, and he probably has enough of the anatomy to let Kak mount him. So you're gonna come
Probably.
into this riding Abe, is my
Probably,
suggestion.
Oh my
but
God.
no. He's not some animal. He is a person.
So also the case, Cax actually you're at 14 initiative.
Kak's at 14. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
advantage
plus
or
1.
whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got everybody. That's what the main thing was, to get everybody in the advantage ring. So I wanted to get everybody high initiative so we can do shit like this.
Yeah, no, you all brought your fists in for the power friendship raise and then charged with it. And, you
Mhm.
know.
Oh. Right? Will we go in?
Everybody touch the banner. Everybody touch the banner.
Yeah.
We got it.
Bring it in, guys.
Hell
15
yeah.
feet, 15 feet. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's
But
go.
yeah, I'd imagine Zarma would have wanted to be up front.
Okay.
Probably to affect everybody, Zell would have been where probably Babette is in the
Oh.
middle.
There's one more I forgot to add to the combat thing.
Probably about right there. Just so he can affect everybody in his radius.
Where does it land on the initiative? Nice. It's just behind Babette.
Damn.
So yeah, everybody needs some slight adjustments on initiative, I think. Yeah. Did Hani roll a 19 flat? Then it would be
I
21.
rolled advantage 19.
What's
you
just
have
behind
plus
Babette?
three.
You have +3 from the banner.
Yeah, I don't know how to put that in there.
Yeah, that's something Vance would have to do,
Yeah.
just because that works.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at these initiatives! Holy shit! Oh fuck yes!
Plus, Kelly's in the back trying to figure out this rocket launcher. She's like, oh my god.
Maya's at freaking 20. Maya's at 24.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just don't know who all's in what ranges, so. But I'd assume we all went in at the same time and dispersed.
Mm-hmm.
There's Wander.
Toronto's at freaking
Yeah.
25. Oh,
Because
dude.
that range was just like, everybody from right here. Okay, 15 feet. Let's go.
15 feet radius is big. You can fit everybody.
Yeah.
So everybody's in the range for me and you. Oh man, guys. This is good. This is so much better than the mall because we're all fucking almost top initiative. That is so good. Oh, I was so like looking forward to this combination of the freaking banner with Zell's thing. I'm like, yes.
Now Zale just needs to wield the banner. It's fine if it's an
No.
improvised weapon because he's a Tavern Brawler and he can put the bloodlight on it. It'll be fine.
I'm not getting Tavern Brawling. Remember, I changed my mind on that.
Get Tavern
And,
Brawler so
hey-
you can hit people with the banner. It'll be fine.
Hey, and I just realized it's bad to be a blood hunter because I'm gonna lose my shit one eventually. So,
I mean, based off of
I
what
need to weigh
fucking
out this.
Stefano told you about being a fucking Lazaran that's feeling shit with this disease, I mean, that just seemed par for the course anyway.
I mean, this is tell at this point. So I mean, yeah.
Right, it's not like it's anything new, it's just now you have multiple sources for it.
Yep. Like I said, like Zell said, my life is complete fucking mess.
God, this is a good. This is an entertaining arrangement.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Arthur's.
I didn't
Uh,
add the plus.
Because it's high enough in the thing, I'm just gonna go ahead and reveal the first thing that you guys see when it pops up as soon as you guys charge through. God damn it.
I mean, another thing is we should put the blessed condition on people's tokens.
Oh yeah.
Actually, how was I supposed to add the +3 to this thing?
You could just right click your initiative,
Oh, okay.
like on the number, and then you can just put it in
I
there.
got.
Yeah, I didn't put the +3 on mine, so
Yeah,
Zarman should be at 22. Same thing with, I think, Hanu.
Yeah.
Yeah, me, Zell, Hanu, and Zarman are all 22. Oh boy, Abe's at 21. Right with Fee.
Except he'll be delayed.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for
And
people
then-
trying to find it to put it on their token, it is the 7th row, 4th column.
I'm gonna charge in there, and this thing is gonna rise up around the corner.
Oh.
It's the
Oh,
thing.
God.
It's the thing that got 25 on the initiative. The
Oh,
grab.
God.
tank.
Yeah, so it's it's Babette, Grav Tank, Wander Maya, then the Law Mage gives some orders, then one of the Peacekeepers gets to act. Then we get Zale and Fia, then we get a couple of
Yeah,
Peacekeepers.
we have some initiative changes because Hanu got 22, Zarman got 22 because banner bonus. I didn't add it to the original roll.
Abe got 21.
I don't know how to have it. I'm the illiterate.
No, it's a chance has to change
Yeah.
it now in this
No, I
world.
mean just in general before it happened. So like,
Oh,
Yeah.
just where the initiative button is, like where the button for initiative, just
Mm.
click the box that has your modifier. Just click it, and then it says Dex plus, and just put 3, and then
Okay.
it would just roll automatically
Mhm.
with it.
Okay. So I have to.
Yeah.
I would have to do that when appropriate, right? Change it.
Yeah, whenever it's up.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, because also Toronto's at 24. God, that fucking grab tank.
Yeah,
It's
because
gonna be
everybody would have had advantage, and we just need to rearrange a lot of our initiatives.
I've already done it.
Because everybody within range of Zale would have also had advantage on their initiative.
Yeah, that stuff's already
Yeah.
accounted for.
Oh, was Toronto on range? Oh, she was back. And also, well, CAC needs to be changed. CAC will actually have 14 out of 7. Let me make sure to get all of us, at least the paradoxes, and most, like half of us.
And we're like, where the fuck is Rainy?
Alright. Okay.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be some good shit, guys. You
Yeah.
got a big ass fucking boss fight ahead of you guys for one of the weirdest time travel dungeons ever.
Mm.
I love these initiatives, though. I mean, Sex of the Grab Tank goes first, but before Babette, but I mean.
No, it
That's
goes after
really good.
Babette.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes
Oh yeah,
after-
Michelle. On your
Yeah.
token, just to remind yourself, you know how when you right click it and then there's that weird aura around a person icon?
Yeah.
If you click
Add
onto
blessed
that,
to
you can put
yourself.
yourself blessed to yourself, which would be the 7th row, 4th column.
Ah, there you go. Blessed.
And of course, the last one's Eliza. I'll just try to get Sarah to do it. Start the next one.
Mhm.
And I noticed that there was actually a concentration button there too, which was 9th row, 3rd column. So if you're concentrating.
9 pro.
Yep. Yeah, they have one for all the conditions and then some.
Oh, since
Because for some reason, Liv still has a lot of hers still on, like from having a point of exhaustion and being grappled or something.
okay. And for
Yeah,
right now,
they're
we
not on her sheet, so it doesn't matter.
we temporarily have the +2 from Zale's haste, right?
Yeah, plus
Zale's
2.
haste is-
For
AC.
AC, yeah. Alright, okay. So I'm at.
Yeah, plus 2 AC, and you have advantage on dexterity saving throws and checks.
But once you leave, we don't get that. Right?
Yeah. But funny
if you
enough,
start your turn with it, you get it until if you start your next turn the next time round.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's temporarily 23 AC for her because she has her shield out.
yeah, you're saying with Zell. And the funny enough, you and Darwin were all start the same turn. It's like, it's great. Oh
Yep.
man.
It's just there's a very clear military fortification set up around the outside of this plaza in front of Pridwin's Manor, and there's 2 turrets that pop up on the other side that will immediately start firing the moment this thing begins. It's what starts us off with initiative. They're automated, so they just trigger. And then after that it's warfare. They've got a pretty somewhat secure looking position, and you see this big ass grav tank float up over the side and immediately start like trying to line up a shot on you. It's charging, alright? And it has an artillery strike ability that pretty much works very similar to a delayed blast fireball. The way that it operates, because the way delayed blast works is that it does a set amount of like 12d6 fire damage, but then for every round that they hold that for, it adds another d6 up to a minute. All right, they're not going to get a minute to do this, and it's not the way this operates, but it operates similar in the fact that it rolls what was it? It's a d6 to determine how much they charge it up for extra damage each time that they do it. And if you get out of the way of if you succeed on your check, then that extra damage is avoided entirely. All right, the other damage is half. All right.
Okay. Good. Okay. Yeah. So we don't get. So we just take the initial.
It's on
action to
recharge.
fight.
It's on recharge 5/6. So I roll a d6 each time to see if it can do it. So it doesn't do things every round.
So from
Right.
what it seems like, we have a fight out in the courtyard, and then we have a fight inside. At least.
Yes,
Okay.
it looks like you've got this initial one, and then that push right into his place.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm just measuring out.
You don't really know what you're expecting on the inside,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Okay, so man, let's out there. Honey and Zarman, you guys are kind of going the same turn as I am. And you guys are going first, because I want you guys to get the haste so you can bonus action, move 120 feet. Where are you guys going?
I mean, the main thing is that we need to spread out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I was thinking this boy here. I'm gonna go smack him and then keep going, because I'll have the 60-foot move, bonus action dash, and if I want, I can dash again.
I mean, instead of bonus action dash, since you have a flat 60-foot movement, you just disappear somewhere with the hide. So that way,
Yeah,
you're
that's true.
Especially since
Or
if
I
you
can
run
action
the
dash.
hide.
That was what I was meaning to say. Haste action dash.
Yeah.
If I need.
If you
Yeah.
need, yeah.
The main
Yeah,
thing
but
is
that's kind of
like
where I was thinking, because
somebody or-
even if I don't kill him, I guess I could just attack him again.
Yeah, you get that
Yeah.
2 times.
I mean, if he's there by himself and you're there by yourself, you do get your snake as swashbuckler.
Exactly. There's one guy like over here, but
Not within
that's
5 feet of him.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Template.
gonna. My plan is to pretty much, if that's the case, I'm gonna follow you, and I'm gonna take out this guy,
Perfect.
and then I'm gonna move up here. So we're gonna. My plan is to move to the side of here with you, and basically tag team. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, the main thing about you doing that is keep in mind that, if enemies start their turn within your range, they will
No.
receive the haste.
I know. I mean, if they start their turn and not die.
Reina's
plan-
gonna go immediately to trying to disarm the platform.
Mm-hmm.
So then, where's Hanu and Zarman going? Because me and Bobette are going west.
I was thinking going this way.
So you're going right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The annoying thing about going right is the very lack of cover.
Yeah, this was the main thing for me. I was gonna use the trees to go
Yeah.
cover to cover.
Well,
Use
that's
this
why
thing-
she's like, I can also, unless they physically come up to me, laying down ain't gonna hurt. But also, I mean, yeah, it was these things. I don't know what this is though. Sort of
Yeah, what are those?
What are you looking at?
these
These
things.
red
the
things.
The
red
red
things
ones.
are
Those, they look to
those.
be like shipping containers with heavy like metal cabling that's used. They're probably airlifted in and out.
Okay, so they're having metal covers.
So that's why she's like, yeah.
Yeah, you could haste action dash over there, bonus action dash
No.
even.
She could
And you
make
can
it
see that there is another aircraft over here. It's those types of shipping containers are carried in and out by this thing for
Mhm.
supply run troop drops.
So I mean, you can make it here and then use your action to actually cast a spell.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
can
she'll
make it all the way
probably
over
be
here.
doing that because she needs to use her bonus action to also spiritual weapons. So.
To make it action, you can just haste action, move there 16, haste action, get the rest of the 15 too, and then
Spiritual weapon it a little bit closer, and then zoom.
yeah, and then you still have reaction too, your regular action.
Yeah, and then she'll cast a spell. So.
And then
Can't
where are you
check.
going, Zarman?
I mean, the main thing is I do need to get it covered for Zarman, just so people trying to shoot have at least a slightly harder time doing it. It's just the fact that the grav tank's right there fucks that.
Hmm.
I mean, that's why I'm going over here, because having this thing in the fucking
Yeah,
way.
but I mean, if we have too many people over there, it'll just fly over it.
Yeah, so.
No,
Yeah,
I know.
I'll just go ahead and say that the grav tank's range is this entire courtyard.
Oh yeah, I
So
know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was getting away from it.
Like,
I
it's just
don't
gonna
wanna be
skirt
experienced.
around like this area here and just
Yeah, it's
keep
that
moving.
annoying off the map boss in a video game.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep. That is a complication that Maya and Kelly will be trying to focus on finding a way of dealing with.
Gentle gas.
So
And,
it's
I
gonna
mean-
take.
I
It's
mean,
gonna
we
take
literally
Maya and
did
Kelly.
give Kelly a rocket launcher, so
Yeah,
she could think of
exactly.
something with it.
Why do you think I gave
Exactly.
it to her? She knows what to do.
Yeah,
Kelly
exactly. So,
Kelly is big sis. Big sisters know what to do.
mhm. Yeah.
I will say that the same thing at the top of this initiative, as soon as that thing's action comes in, is the same time that Cal ends up swooping in with his
Yeah.
car. Car in quotation marks. And it's actually hoisting with cables Buster 2.0.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Fuck
fuck
yes.
In the
yeah.
middle of this battlefield.
Oh,
Kelly has a
right.
proud tear there. He's
Yeah.
right there. And all
So
this
where
glory.
does Zarman think you're going?
Maybe somewhere closer to the center, but to the right. Maybe the
So,
tree over there. Maybe one of the
over
crates
here?
over there. Yeah, somewhere in that direction.
So take on these guys right here. Alright.
And what's this thing?
That's
Just,
the
That's the rocket.
platform that.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, the platform in question.
Yeah, that's
what
the
she's
rocket
doing.
platform.
It would
I figured.
be ashamed if it got recalibrated to go take down the grav tank, but that's just me.
Yeah, right. But I mean, Kelly does have a rocket launcher ready to fucking go.
No, she's.
Yeah,
we
her-
already have somebody who had said that she's going to sabotage it, so she's doing that. That's her mission.
Yeah,
so.
her attempt to try and take out the thing is going whether her success on that's going to determine whether or not Buster 2.0 like incurs serious damage before she manages to get into it.
so.
Because if she tries to make a run to get it, it's just going to fire at Buster 2.0 while she's trying to climb in it and activate it. And then she'll get visited with a delayed blast fireball
Mhm.
that she can't survive. She doesn't have enough HP for that thing.
Mhm.
That's a pretty powerful spell.
Yeah.
But
Don't
once
worry,
she's
they just
inside
have
of it,
effects that are more powerful than Saints with just technology.
Yeah, fucking tech, man. Shit's
Well,
got
seven
crazy.
level is not-
You're
seven level is not
assaulting
great.
like.
Well, I mean,
you're
it's
assaulting
literally
like
it's before that.
critical.
E.
Yeah, and you're assaulting one of their like critical assets, so they've got all of their best shit here right now. You're taking on Peacekeeper's best technology and types, right?
Yep.
It's this is as good as they get.
I mean, it's gonna be a fucking see if we make it.
But you're
Good. Give
but
face.
You got your own like fucking small army of fucking,
Yeah,
like,
elites.
of like elites, and like you're highly specialized people. If anybody can accomplish this, it'll be you guys, but it won't be easy.
Oh yeah, but it could be fun as hell though.
So the
Alright.
automated turrets is just top of initiative. It's not a like particular number it's on.
No, it's top of the initiative. They're battlefield complications, so those things just activate at the start of it, and then you guys then get to go, oh, wow, that's a problem, and assign somebody to deal with it. That person, again, just disappears off the map while they handle it. Alright? You can do that either. You could also just deal damage to it within initiative, like, so if you wanted to, like, AoE or just fire at it or something.
Yeah.
But if you're just going to try and attack it, it's better to do it the complication way, right? But if you do happen to like deal AoE damage nearby, that does affect it, right?
Okay.
It's not invulnerable, is all I'm saying.
So, was there any other weapons that we were able to grab from her room? That room?
We do got the medical stuff.
Yeah, we got the
so-
medics.
the medical stuff,
No.
yeah.
Yeah, you got
Everything
you got
else
3
was-
of those med kits,
Yeah.
which I will drop into who's taking the med kits?
I mean, somebody not Simon or Hanu.
He will
Preferable.
take one.
Yeah, I already have some of the charges left from the other one, so we're
Yeah.
able to spread that out. We can have at least one for
He
the
will take one, and Sunera will take one.
yeah, and
least one.
somebody who's really mobile.
I'll take one.
Probably.
They give it to the haste boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take one. I'll take that.
All right. I'll drop those into your inventory.
But yeah,
later.
I was just wondering. So the other stuff was most likely just ammo and whatnot. She has
Yeah,
swords
they,
anyways. So.
well, all she managed to really bring back were 3 med kits and a rocket launcher, and she didn't even manage to bring rockets, but she already had some of those.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. The stuff that was in
Hanu
her
was
room.
just talking about what else was in her back
Yeah,
room, though.
yeah.
Oh, in her back room?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there were 3 big crates back there. One of them is just empty magazines. The other one is a crate full of loose bullets, but the one that was kind of like, underneath the other one so you couldn't open it and check it was the one that ended up having 3 rockets inside of
Okay,
it.
yeah. She would also take a bunch of bullets knowing that Hoenn and Maya use them, so just put them in a can.
Yeah.
Put them in the can
Alright.
that Cat
Put them
had.
in a can that had the refried beans in it.
Yes.
Yeah, the refried bean can with some. Okay, so you've got 1 refried bean can full
Of
of
bullets.
assault rifle ammunition.
Alright.
Because, that might come in handy to know. Because,
We got these
Might be of
3
a certain
assault
caliber.
rifles, so,
So then, okay, so you guys going that way. So then, yeah, so me and you, Rachel, are good tag team. I'm gonna try to, like,
Yeah.
keep up with you, so you're getting hasted, at least on your turn with me.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
because at least, we have really good
Sorry.
dex saves and stuff. It's okay. We have really good dex saves, and you have evasion too. And I have a lot of stuff to negate some damage, so just it'd be better for us.
Mhm.
So definitely
So-
go in and try to take that left flank out.
so
I thoroughly enjoyed that car ride conversation between Zarman and Reyna.
Yeah, that was
Mhm.
great.
it's good
And I
memories, so-
assume everyone would have heard it too then.
It was
Oh, yeah.
Zale, Babette, Eliza.
No,
So,
I had the
yeah.
Thane on.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying who all was in the car, because they would have been the ones that are here.
Yeah, I had to activate the earpiece though.
Yeah. Earpiece.
This
everyone
one, like,
would have heard it.
awkward moment where that's on speakerphone, we're like,
Well, I mean, she was talking from the front to the back to Zale with how that conversation was going.
yeah.
I know.
So the entire car would have heard regardless.
Oh, we're
Oh,
talking
the
about the
same
people with the
outlet
earpiece.
car.
No,
Other
the other
cars
people in the
heard
car.
it.
Or the other
Yeah.
cars is what
Oh,
we're-
if they tapped in. Okay. Yeah, okay, fair.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, anyways, Kelly, these rockets.
No, Cell tapped everyone in, so everybody was listening to the conversation.
Also, this is
So-
a can of bullets, guys. Refried
Yo.
bullets.
Zell is so happy with his communication devices. Oh, he's like, this is what I wanted for so long. He's like, great, thank you, Rosary. You time grandma.
I know, right?
Yeah. So yeah, me and Babette going
Is
over.
Cac leaving anything out? I loved knowing that it was gonna
Yeah.
end up not being Babette that was gonna end up
I
getting the
know.
message just because of the nature of it being food.
Yep.
I'm like a very a personalized telepathic message being consumed through food, but going to the wrong person. Like, just imagine all of the spy scenarios that have involved somebody trying to desperately get back that slice of cake so that the other person can eat it and find out they're a spy.
Oh my god.
Goodness gracious.
So it's like a great idea, but a terrible one at the same time. Like I can imagine so many scenarios where that ended up being a problem.
Yeah, if Babette hadn't seen Cac just being like, "Oh, fucking pizza, give me the fucking pizza," she would have just eaten it herself. But because Cac was so set on the pizza and so sad when it disappeared, she was like, "Okay, he can have it."
Yep.
He wakes
So I was
he
like,
wakes up
only
with, like,
one
a
slice is
reason
left.
to a slice of Hawaiian pizza.
Only one slice is left. The ultimatum. Damn it, Vito. I know this is, but we have to. Fuck, it's Cac. This would be so cruel.
Right? Who would dare?
Cac played that really well too.
Right?
I mean, he was disinterested in the conversation probably anyway. So, I mean, it was all fair.
Yeah, no, his interpretation of it is like is a very valid, possible way of interpreting that. Like he told the
Mhm.
truth. Like that is what he heard. Like it's
Fuck, I want to
just-
know what it was.
It was pretty much exactly what he said, just a little bit more aimed. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an aim thing.
it wasn't generally, hey, the group should come and tell me these things. It was specifically somebody should come and tell me these things. The person who I is being talked to in this telepathic message.
Agent Sigma reporting. Go.
Agent Sigma.
Okay. Well, I'm going. I will stop the recording if anybody.
Oh yes. Yes.